Pop in there on my crafty days. I like to send some fun like junk journaling ephemera and then also like little pieces of transfers or decoupage paper, etc. that y'all can craft with. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. All right, I'm going to pin this listing. If y'all have not clicked this listing yet and saved it, be sure to do so. Every time I go live, I pin this, so you'll get a little extra drop down, a little extra notification. And then if I happen to do a pop up or like move a show that you didn't have bookmarked already, you'll get this notification. Good morning. All right, y'all. Last time we were here and crafted, I sold some of the JRV stencils out of Bonita. Thanks. Oops, my pants are getting a little big. Don't do that again. I didn't even try. I have been working out and eating better and laying in the sun and taking my vitamins and drinking my water. I need to go buy new pants. Um, so today I have loaded up over 35 JRV stencils. I restocked and got some new styles of the decoupage paper, and the stencil brushes are in the shop. So right down here, right, it's on this side today, I think, is my shop. When you go to the buy now section, it does. You have to. I'm proud of you for that one. Except for you never use a jar. You always use a Ray Dunn mug. So I don't know how you would know. I'm focusing. I'm multicasting on YouTube today as well. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, I thought you said doesn't. Yes, it does. It's scientific fact that your coffee tastes better out of a ball mason jar. Preferably with a straw that doesn't kill the turtles, but I have them, so I'm going to use them until they're gone. It's either that or my stainless steel one, which is like this long, and then I almost poke my eye out or break my tooth off. Anyways, welcome in. Good morning. Everybody get your coffee. Right down here in my shop, you'll be able to find all of the products that I'm using today. There are a bunch of products in there. All the DIY paint, all the milk paint, the transfers, the stencils, the decoupage paper. If you're having a hard time finding something, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to pin it for you. But you can also go into the shop if you guys didn't know. Just a quick little PSA. Where's my shop? Right down here. And say you were in the buy now section in my shop and you just wanted to look at transfers. You can type in the word transfer up at the top, boop, and hit return. And then only the transfers or like the transfer mediums will pop up. If it has the word transfer in the description, it'll probably be on there. But that's just a bit of an easier way to niche down, narrow down the buy now section if you're overwhelmed with all those products. Also, like greenery, florals, stuff like that I normally have in there. I didn't put everything in there today. If you order and you're like, dang, I really want, and it's not reduced shipping. I actually need to take that off my notes. Hold on. I really want some greenery today, Brie, and I don't see it in the bin. I would be happy to put it in there for you. I did leave a few things out just so it wouldn't be overwhelming. Thank you so much for the Ray Connolly's collectibles. There's a paper ephemera giveaway going. Hop in there. We're about to do some crafting today. Cool. Let's see. I think that was all the important information. But yeah, if there's something in there that's something that's not in there that usually is, I can put it in for you. I just figured I would try a little more like not so full bin today. What's up, the vintage gypsy Brie? All right, are y'all ready to craft? I am a little earlier than I was planning on being because I do need to go do some more sourcing today. Darn, I gotta go shopping later. It's a rough life. But I am multicasting to YouTube. So follow me on YouTube, Upcycled by Brie, all platforms, social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. But if you want to go back and watch this later, cool. You won't be able to see the chat, which kind of sucks. Whatnot, you need to step up your game. All right, are you ready? I said a lot of things last crafting show and I don't remember everything. I think I was going to do some lighter paint with some white wax so we can get there today too. And originally I was thinking I was going to paint this a lighter color and then put some white wax on it. But then I came up with another idea. So we're going to do this first. And then I do have some candlesticks to paint if you guys want to see that look. That's a really easy, just like watch paint dry thing. So we can do that a little later on. Once we get all the tutorials out of the way. Okay, so I picked up this random piece at the thrift. I don't know if it went this way. I don't know if it went this way. I don't know if it was a little riser or maybe the base for a cloche. Who knows, right? Who knows? But I love little random pieces like this. You can kind of find the casserole pieces like this too. They're round or rectangle. You put your little casserole in them. And then I like to take a stack of books and nestle right in there. If you're having a hard time seeing what I'm showing, you can swipe left on the screen. All those comments will get out of your way and then you can swipe them back in to view as well. So I figured we could nestle these little books into this ring and then pop some kind of like fun greenery back here. Cool, cool. We're going to do a stencil on the front of these books. I picked these up at that random barn sale I went to. She had a bunch of them that were just paperback books. Don't pass those up at the thrift store, at the Goodwill bins. I know y'all just throw those back all the time. All you have to do is rip off their soft paperback cover, and then you usually have this very neutral kind of toned book. Leave the cover page in so it's blank, and then it usually exposes some beautiful like glue and texture on the spine. So I know we love our old books around here, but these paperbacks are great for upcycling as well. I have 3 here that are pretty much the same, and I'm just going to do a stencil on the front one that's going to show. Thank you guys for all your purchases out of the bin. Melvs, I see you going crazy in there. If you have any questions about anything, let me know, okay? I'll pin the products as I'm going. If I forget to pin something, yell at me. Cool. I'm going to start with the JRV stencil today. So JRV stencils are amazing. They are reusable, 15 milliliters on the thickness of them, which means they're thick. They're thick. You're going to get a nice crisp image, and you're going to be able to rinse, wash, reuse them over and over and over and over and over. Now, I didn't pick up any new designs and stencils. I only picked up new transfers this time. Next time I order from JRV, we'll pick up a couple of new designs in the stencils. But I have stencils from her that I absolutely love. And have been using as long as I have been crafting. So this is the Grain Sack Minis. I did go ahead and pin it down below. You can click on the picture to get a bigger image of what the stencils are. They're all going to be, approximately this size. So like hand size projects. Now, normally I take my stencil down. This is going to be a little risky because I'm on paper, but I was thinking I could just kind of tape along the edge here, so I don't think I'll rip it. You can also just hold your stencil in place. Since I'm live crafting, it gets a little crazy up in here, and I want to kind of secure it down. It'll be upside down for you, but you guys can handle this. I might be able to flip it over. I'm going to put it a little up, not right in the middle of the book, because this metal ring is going to kind of go around the bottom. You know what I mean? I don't want to cover up that stencil, so I'm just going to center this a little higher. You could use a ruler if you want. You can center it out beautifully if you want. You know your girl's not too. It won't be crooked. We got this. Melvs, I appreciate you. Melvs is about to get her craft on. And y'all, please, please, please share your projects with me. I'm just going to put a light piece of tape on this side, okay? Just to hold it in place, because I already know me. I'm going to get all willy-nilly. Okay, it's down in place. Now you can see there's still like a little space here between the stencil and the paper. So when I am stenciling, I will be kind of tacking it down with my fingers and working as I go. Also, if you're like, I don't know, live crafting is kind of crazy, I'm kind of busy, whatever, I'm work free, you can go to YouTube. I have over 500 videos that are edited and nice and easy to watch as well, if that's more your jam. I said a lot of words. I need another sip of my coffee. I feel like you guys are just looking at my belly. At least it's put away today. All right, DIY paint. I'm going to be using the color Weathered Wood. I love Weathered Wood. It can go a little more gray toned looking or a little more brown toned looking, depending on what you put it with, what you seal it with. I'm not sealing my paint today. I'm putting paint on a piece of paper. I'm sealing it today, okay? It's not going anywhere. But we're going to use the color Weathered Wood by DIY Paint. This is one of my favorites. I love it with white wax. And there's a million bajillion YouTube videos of me doing weathered wood and white wax. I'm going to go ahead and pin the 8-ounce sizes on the paint today. Just keep in mind, I have these in a 16 and 32 ounce size as well. So depending how big your project is, how much paint you're going to be using, you can pick your size. Make sure you put your lid on very well, or you're going to get your little paint boogers like that, okay? That's what happens when you put your lid on willy-nilly, but we're just gonna leave it there. It's not gonna hurt anything. If I took that little chunk of paint and pushed it back down in my paint and stirred it really well, it will turn back into paint. Or you can take this really thick textury chunk right here and like smear it across your project and then let it dry, and it's gonna give you like the most texture and yumminess that you would have never even imagined. I love DIY paint. It is clay-based, all natural, VOC free. You can paint inside, you can paint with your kids. If your dog licks your project on accident, you don't have to rush it to the vet. Everything's going to be okay, I promise. If you dip your paintbrush in your coffee in your coffee cup, you can still drink it. It's fine. Okay. Stenciling. I have got my itty bitty, teeny tiny 3/8 of an inch JRV stencil brush. Your brush is very important when you're stenciling, okay? You can use whatever brush you want. stencil brush as far as that goes. But I highly recommend the JRV brushes. These are loaded into my bin. This is the smallest one, the 3/8 of an inch. The bristles are so tightly put into there. There is no room between the bristles. You're going to get a really nice, crisp, clean image with these. The other important part about stenciling is you want a very dry brush. So I'm just going to get a little tiny paint on here, but then I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm going to offload most of my product. Okay. So you're like dry brush before, now you've got like uber dry brush. There's barely any paint on there. I'm going to hold the little bit of my stencil down where I'm working, and then I'm just going to go in with a straight up and down stippling method. You can do a swirl method. You can do a stipple method. On these little teeny tiny details, I prefer a bit of a stipple. When I'm covering a little more ground, that's kind of when I go in with my swirl. So you're going to see me dip and dry a million times here. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Did anybody else get their crafting stuff out and crafting with me this morning? Anybody? I will look up and check comments periodically, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Trinket Mouse is helping me mod this morning. I appreciate you, Trinket Mouse. Everybody go follow her. Super sweet seller here on the app. Great mod, great friend. And she will yell at me if I miss anything important. Okay, I'm also going to pin the 3/8 inch stencil brush down below. Oh my gosh, everybody try to say that out loud. 3/8 inch stencil brush down below. That was a mouthful. You're crafty too, woohoo! You're printing pictures and labels off your printer. I love that, Rhonda. I love that. RIP to your bank account for all that ink. Ooh, that's a fun noise, isn't it? That rattle. That's gonna be great. Oh, also when I'm offloading like that, I'm sorry if I'm making your dogs go crazy. Sometimes when I stencil, it triggers the dog barking. Not my dog, she's deaf. You can also swipe the comments all the way and then pinch to zoom to see what I'm doing a little bit easier. I guess I get my paint can out of the way for you too. I was thinking I might invest in one of those overhead tripods. Oh my God, stop. That go over your workspace. But then I would have to like talk to you guys like this. How would I do that? You just have to listen to my voice. Maybe I could put the front cam on. All right, just dabbling away, stippling away. I don't want to pick this stencil up and move it and let the paint dry and go back over. So I'm gonna try to do just one coat of paint here. Depending on your background and your paint color, sometimes you'll need 2 coats. If you are going to do 2 coats, I would say let your stencil sit there and dry. I wouldn't try to take the stencil off and dry it, with a heat gun and put your stencil back in the right place or whatever. It's hard. It's hard to get it right back in the same spot. Dip, just a little dip, a little offload, and a little stipple. This one also has like lines all the way around to form a circle on the outside of the words. Oh, and this one says Cooperative Agricole. This is part of the Grain Sack Mini Stencil Pack. I did have it pinned before. If you're having a hard time finding it, let me know. Do I sell blank canvas bags? I do not. Is that something you guys would like me to invest in? That would be cute. We could make our own little tote bags. I'm sure I could get those wholesale. What color is that? This is Weathered Wood, Miss Melvs. It is pinned down below. No, it's not. I forgot I changed it, but I will pin it for you. Weathered Wood by DIY Paint. It's kind of a gray, kind of a brown. Absolutely obsessed with it. It's one of my top, I would say top 5 colors. Pinned down below. I like it too. It's a good one. And once it dries, you'll see I'll hold it up to like the wet color next to the dry color. It's a little bit of a chameleon, but in the best way. There's only a couple colors in the DIY paint line that dry slightly differently than they look when they're wet. They all dry a little bit lighter since they're a clay-based paint. When clay or mud is wet, it's darker. When it dries back to dirt, then it's lighter, and that's kind of how the paint is. But the Weathered Wood looks a little different dry than it does in the can. Flour sack. Oh, flour sacks. You want me to find flour sacks for you? We could stencil flour sacks, faux flour sacks, yes. And I actually have a YouTube video of doing that onto, I think, pillowcases. And I had those pillows for like 3 years. Washed the cases a couple times, and that's the crazy thing. You can wash them and the paint stays because once you iron it on and cure it, it doesn't go anywhere. It might lighten up a touch, but it stays. It's crazy. The owner of this paint company, Debbie, has painted couches with this paint because it's so pigmented. You can water it down and use it like a dye. It's great for using on fabrics and linens. So we will definitely do that. I'm going to write that down. Actually, Trinket Mouse, do you love me? Will you send me a text message that says tote bags and grain sack? I love you. I'm not even looking up because I have so much faith in you. If I left too much paint on my brush or thank you. Do you guys hear that? Man, she's good. If y'all don't go follow her, I'm telling you. Ding. That was fun. What was I saying? Oh, if you leave too much paint on your brush or get a little crazy, rush it, aren't securing your stencil down properly, you can get bleed under the stencil. Hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does, we'll use it as a learning lesson. I'm a little rusty, but these products are so user friendly that we should be good to go. Again, very dry brush, just a little stippling here. And we're almost done. And then I'll show you what we got. And this is going to be like a freaking 10-minute DIY. It's insane. It happens to me all the time. I need to get better at stippling. Summer, it's patience. That's all it is. It's a drier brush and it's more patience. See how like I offloaded, but then here on the side of my brush, it's getting all built up and stuff. All of that matters. That's why you'll see me use transfers and decoupage paper more often than stencils because there's a little less room for error. I might have been a little too thick on my paint right there. We'll see if it did it or not. But as far as stencils go, these are so thick that it makes that process a lot easier. As far as stenciling goes, usually I put down a canvas so this whole table doesn't rattle too, and I forgot. I dropped cloth, so my bad. My bad, y'all. What are y'all up to today? It's Thursday. I looked for estate sales and I was like, why the heck aren't there any estate sales around? It's because it's the 4th of July weekend. I'm a silly Billy. I don't do much for the 4th of July. Y'all better not be too hungover on Sunday morning, okay? What's up, Heart and Home? How are you, friend? You better be here. Better be here. Going back to the chiropractor. You know what's crazy, Trinket Mouse? Here's Sunday show, y'all. Oh, heck. It's all ready to go. All those quilts are preloaded. There are cubbies up there, the quilt drawers that you see, these 4-section wooden totes, that bird cage that's all rusty crusty. There's a few things preloaded. So don't miss Sunday, okay? You know what is crazy, Trinket Mouse? My physical therapist thinks the chiropractor did this to me. Because the injury I have usually only happens when your head is turned very far one direction and trauma happens, like a car wreck, like a fall from a top of a ladder, like trauma, or like when your chiropractor turns your head all the way to the side and does that to it. I looked at that lady. I was like, are you telling me I did this to myself, basically? We'll never know. Okay, we'll never know. But you do you, boo. Oh, shoot, guys, that's scary. I love the chiropractor, but I was thinking back because I told you this happened to me years ago on this side. I was also seeing a chiropractor regularly then because I was in CrossFit and my neck would get a little tweaked. I had a car wreck that killed my shoulder and arm. And then I also read that perimenopause causes frozen shoulder. And now my algorithm on my phone is just like, it could be this, and it could be that, and it could be this, and it's probably that. my Facebook is all like chiropractor and perimenopause, and that's it. No, Trinket Mouse, I believe you, and you do you, boo. You do you. I love my chiropractor. He's a little kind of crazy woo woo, but he's older. He has certifications, this, that, and the other. But here's the thing: it couldn't have not been his fault. Just my body. I'm not blaming him. We're not going to put the blame on anybody. But I was like, what? They're like, quit going. I was like, no, okay. The neck is so. Let's sue him. The neck is so satisfying, though. Okay. Anyways, we stippled. We dippled. We did it. Let me see if I missed any spots. Okay, there's one little spot down here. Hold on. There's one little spot down here where I was a little distracted. My crafting shows are always like marathon shows because I just talk so much. Also, I missed you guys last week. Super weird. Super strange. Oh, thanks for all the love on Tuesday, too. We managed to be the number one at the time, like live now, in the vintage and antiques category. Sell. It's freaking cool. Oh, we got another raid. Marble King with the raid. What's up, friend? How are you? We're crafting today. We're just doing some crafting. Welcome in, everybody. My name's Bree, owner and artist of Upcycle by Bree. Let's do a little ephemera giveaway courtesy of our raid. How was your show? What were you selling? Tell us all about it. We're crafting today. Y'all, just coming in, come back and see me on Sunday. I don't just craft here. I also sell amazing vintage and antique items. This is Sunday's show. I have all those quilts preloaded into Sunday. You can go get pre-bids in. Meow. Thanks for the raid. Okay, so I think I got good coverage on here. All the crafting supplies I'm using today are loaded up in my shop. $9.21 shipping up to £5, so you should be able to get a good amount of paint products, brushes, for only $9.21 shipping. After that, your shipping does restart, but it shouldn't be much, just incremental. Incremental. That's for 10 of them, Trinket Mouse. You get 10 pages, 10 nature pages out of the bag now. And I just got a new bird one that's a little like older looking, a little more matte, real sexy. Go ahead and grab those pages. I'll get you some good ones. Oh, I forgot to do the reveal in front of you guys. Okay. Wah, wah, wah. All right. So we stippled, we dippled, and the big reveal. There it is. A little sexy. I don't see any bleed under. I think we did good. Isn't that amazing? And it took us a few minutes, but it's because I was yapping. That was super fast. So this again is part of the mini grain sack, right? Hold on. The grain sack minis. I will pin them one more time down below. This is for a set of 6 stencils. If you click on that picture, you can see all the designs a little bigger. There's like some USA inspired ones. There's some like Frenchy inspired grain sack ones that look great next to your ironstone and your Meekin. It is on a book. Yeah, this is just some random paperback book. We tore the cover off of it to expose the cover page and then to expose the sexy spine over there. I actually have 3 of them. Look at that. So we're going to take this stack now and we're going to nestle it in here. We'll nestle it in here. But one more little detail. I went to the antique store yesterday to see one of my favorite lace vendors and got some more vintage lace. So I'm going to take, even though this is like a little more industrial on the stencil and kind of like shabby over here, I'm going to take the shabby lace to accent the shabby spine. We're also going to nestle in some greenery so it doesn't fall over and over again. You guys, grab the little casserole holders from the thrift store, the ones that don't have any glass left. They're usually not very expensive, okay? Sometimes they're rectangle. You could fit a whole stack of books in there. Sometimes they're circle. I bet I can rip this. So strong. I don't know where my scissors are. But be sure to look in the metal section. Sometimes we pass those sections up. The metal section, where it's just a bunch of weird random wire holders. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The old votive holders. Don't pass it up. It's got good metal stuff in there. And that's where you find the little coaster racks and the toast racks too. Just saying. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm just going to take this lace, tie it up all shabby. I kind of want the bow to be in the front. That's going to make my brain hurt. So I'm going to put it here first. Nailed it. Use the round one. I like the contrast of the rectangle book and the round holder. All right, we're just gonna make like a little shabby little bow over here. Beep, beep. I don't. It's not even like a real bow. It's just like a half bow. Just shabby pretend. Oh my gosh! Look how good that looks next to the shabby spine. Okay, and then we'll nestle this right on in here. And I was thinking, the Monterey half orb might look good. I don't know if the whole thing will fit in there. It's a big old orb. It's not. And we're saying orb today. Okay, we're being professional. I thought this one might look kind of good with the red tips. But I think I'm going to go with just some pieces of this. This is the red tipped baby's grass. I'm not sure if I don't think I loaded most of the greenery into the bin. If you want greenery today, all I'd have to do is click 2 buttons and I can put it right in the shop for you. Let me know. I'm going to pluck most of this off because I really just kind of want it to stick out the side over here. You could put like a whole orb in there and make it kind of peek out from the back. You can't see anything that I'm showing you because the chat's in the way, but then I don't want to move the chat. So I would just take some and tuck here in the back. You could also secure this with a little jute if you don't want it to be all willy-nilly. Who's gonna go through a film roll? Thanks again for the raid, Marble King. Hope you had a great show. Just pet. Every time, just passing through. Just how do you do it? How do you do it? Plucking your sounds like a euphemism. This is some really big words. It's 8:30 in the morning. Okay. And then I would take a little bit of this and poke in right here too. Okay, the dang books will stand up in your decor. You just put them where you want to be. Quit touching them. There it is. There she be. That's like a 10-minute craft, y'all. And you know what? If you have your own like booth or space that you sell out of, you could sell things separately and just style them up together. But also, if you want to build vignettes, it's like a 10-minute vignette. 10-minute vignette. That again was the Grain Sack Mini stencil. It is pinned down below. Do you guys, it's 6:30. Thanks, Bug Herder. I know it's so early. Yeah, I was very surprised. So surprised just passing through. I'm just teasing you. Appreciate you. Another raid, Mare Bear. Oh my goodness. What were you selling today? Thanks so much for the raid. I'm going to start another ephemera giveaway. Hop in there if you want an old mix of paper and crafting supplies. Do you guys want to do a quick little break? Go to where I have my stencils and I can show you the different stencils? Or do you just want to keep crafting? You let me know. I can go over there and just kind of scan over the table. Cool. You need to find some old books. 100%. These are just paperbacks. You can literally go and get 50-cent paperbacks at the thrift store and stuff. The Goodwill bins. A couple people want to see them. Cool. So I have them all laid out nice on the table. I'm just going to scan over the table and you guys can see the different designs. And then if there's one you want me to pin at the bottom of the screen to purchase, I got you. Or you can just search the name in the search bar. But this was the Grain Sack Minis on this one. So cute. I love how that turned out. Do we like this? Double tap the screen, send up some yellow hearts. And if you're like, I don't know about nestling it in that thing free, you don't have to. You just do book stacks. I bet, you know what? I bet you could put at least like, what should say, $15 on that in a booth. Bucks, $15. I haven't sold in a booth forever. All right, here we go. Let's go look. I have a bunch. I laid them out all nicely for you here on the table. I will take them soon downstairs and then I hang them all from a curtain rod. So that's how I organize my inventory in case you guys want to know. Thanks, Leisha. Appreciate you. It's feeling, anyways. Okay, here's some of my different stencils. These are bigger ones here in the back. I did try to put the measurements of the stencils in the description. I might have forgot on a couple. Feel free to ask if I missed any. I don't even know the names of all of these. Oh my gosh. Ferns and Greenery. This is going to be a good test for me. Let's relearn stencil names. I got it. Look, Ferns and Greenery is this one. Bigger one. This one is the Wildflowers, I do believe. Yeah, Wildflower 2, right down here. And then as I am kind of pinning these, I can't really see the chat, so I'll check it periodically. These are a couple of my bigger ones. The bees are also a larger stencil. But if you see on the actual bee part, they're not that big. Pinned down below on the bees. So the whole stencil itself is huge, but the bee is only this big, so smaller than my hand. This would look amazing on a book stack too. Oh, I didn't even think about that one. And you could, if you wanted to, cut your stencils apart to make them smaller. That's totally up to you. This is the cheese box one, which I love. We love cheese boxes here on Whatnot. Cheesecake, I wish. Autocorrect, you're silly. Pinned down below is the cheese box. Bug herder, I'm sorry. Get your coffee. You got this. And this comes with two different separate labels. Love the cheese box. Thank you so much for your purchase. Here we have our basic bee truck. I started selling stencils about 7 years ago when this farmhouse truck was very popular. I only have two of these left in stock, and they don't make them anymore. I don't think. I think this is one of the retired ones. We love this though. We love making this into a big sign. This is a huge truck. And then you can even paint pumpkins in the back. You can put fake Christmas trees in the back. The truck's coming back hot. Oh no. I'm just kidding. You're not a basic bee. You're trendy. You're a trendy bee. Post is France. France. This is another one that I think is retired now. If I remember correctly, don't yell at me if I'm wrong. But this one is called, there it is, the French stamp. I have two of these left, and this is another larger scale stamp. Oh my God. Stencil. You guys know what I mean. There it is next to my hand. So that's a large and in charge one. We have the Laundry Company, which would be great for a laundry sign in your laundry room. Wash, dry, fold down there at the bottom. Look, that used to be in my booth. Oh, the memories. The memories. I am so happy that Jamie opened up the areas where we can sell the stencils and stuff. I'm very, very excited. This is the Main Street General Store sign. I have used this one a million bajillion times. Also, you guys don't have to use the whole stencil. You could like just kind of mask off that part and just use some of the smaller words, or you can just use the bigger words. You can mix and match your stencils. What? That's crazy. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. I am leaning forward in the strangest way here because I've got something in front of my feet. The Flour Mills. Lehigh Flour Mills. Oh, it says Levi. It auto-corrected it at the bottom. Lehigh Flour Mills. This is only one of these left. This one is retired. And again, if you are into grains, if you're into kind of the Frenchy, cottagey look, the Flour Mills is a good one. Here is the Cooperative Agricole in the large scale. We just use this one in the minis, but they also have it in a big one. And I have made a sign or two with this one. It's one of my favorites. I have two of these left in stock for the big Cooperative Agricole. Pumpkin patch. I only have one of these in stock. These seasonal ones always go pimpkin. Always go so fast, but I will be restocking fall stencils for this year. So y'all don't worry. I think there's some new designs too in the fall ones, but there is one pumpkin patch left. You pick 25 cents open daily. Again, you guys can split this one up into so many different sections. You could do like antiques open daily. You could put it next to some Christmas trees and use the 25 cents or whatever. So don't be afraid to mix and match. Here are some more letters. And after I show these stencils, we're going to go do another project. So if you're bored, get in that bin, check it out. And we're almost done here. Here's the Farmhouse Mini Letters. This is a one sheet letter pack. Thank you so much for your purchase. I will get more pumpkin stencils stocked. It's time, Alicia. It's time to start collecting, but we're not giving up on summer yet. Your girl, don't rush it, okay? We're just getting ready. Just being prepared. These are like the farmhouse kind of Ray Dunn style letters. They are only 1 inch tall. So there's an H next to my finger, as you can see. I love it all on one sheet because then you don't have to run around and try to keep all of your little letters in order. All right, we're going to slide back over here for a second. This is called the sign. I don't remember. Hold on. Mini. Uh, God, what is this one called? This is a good one too. Mm, We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to that one. I'll just have to search through my thing. I really don't remember what it's called. Here's a patester. This means pastry in French, I think. If you're a baker and you have dishes and stuff from England, this would be a really fun one to make a sign out of. Patis. This one's hard to pin because it always wants to autocorrect it. Oh, it is pinned. Okay. Pin down below on the pétestre. 1 week. I hate you. The sound effects, I know. Here are the grain sack stripes. We used these last time we stenciled and they sold out. Y'all loved them. If you like to make grain sacks, this is a fun one. You don't have to use tape. You don't have to tape things off. You have some built-in stencils. And of course, if you wanted it to be longer than the stencil, you just don't go all the way to the end. And then you just slide the stencil down and you can make the grain sack as long as you want. You have one thick stripe, the smaller stripes, and then a combo. So you can obviously mix and match those into any kind of grain sack you would like. The fall word pack. I only have one of these left, but again, I will restock fall stencils on this next round, so don't worry. This is a smaller scale one. It has apple cider hay rags, hot cocoa, football sweaters, leaves, and pumpkins. And here it is next to my hand, so it's probably going to be about 9-inch, 10-inch stencils on those. Smaller scale sign making. The sign pack was called Main Street. Thank you. You guys are the best. Everybody follow my mods. If you're modding for me, drop an emoji in the chat. There it is. Main Street word pack. You guys are the best. This is a good one. Main Street Grocery and Baking Merchant Pottery Company Cotton and Grains. Thanks, girls, because I knew they were going to want that one. I have quite a few. Oh, I did have quite a few in stock. Now I've got 2 left. Thank you so much, Alicia. That's my new favorite emoji. I know everybody's using it, but we love it. Okay, a couple more stencils to show, and then we're going to go talk decoupage paper. I won't do this every time we craft, but since this is a new product drop, I just wanted you guys to see things. You know, looking at things in the bin is a little different than seeing it in front of your face. Okay, these are individual letters. So they are individual stencils. You do have to keep track of them, but they are amazing because then you can kind of put you put them wherever you want. On this one, you have to move the whole sheet around. So here is the letter number trio, and I only have one of these left. It almost sold out last time. Letter number trio. You got capital, lowercase, numbers 1 through 0. Okay. And then we also have, this is the farmhouse letters in 3 inches. So the single sheet was a 1-inch letter. These are 3. If you want them to match in your projects. There you go, 1 and 3 inches. The Valentine's minis. I know it's not really the season right now, but you never know. You never know. The Valentine's mini pack is pinned down below. You got the Eiffel Tower, you got the little Cupid, and then you got all those Frenchy words, which would be fun anytime. Like 2 kind of seasonal, but actually like 1 kind of seasonal. The other 3 look like you could use year round. Let me pin the sheep and then I'll check the chat again. So here is the sheep silhouette pack pinned down below. I will restock the cheese box for you. I sure will, KJ. I got you, boo. The stencils did take a little longer to come in, so it might take me a couple weeks, but I will get them ASAP, especially with the holiday coming up this weekend. But I got you. I'll put in the order today after my show. You're so welcome. Thanks for asking. Here is the JRV stencil silhouettes. I love these. If you're into sheep, this is a great size, about the size of my hand. So like a 7-inch stencil, not too big, not too small. If you're into sheep, there you go. The label shapes. Thank you, Trinket Mouse. Gosh, you need like an official title around here. JRV stencil label shapes. So this is just going to be one open section. You can see the whole image is blacked out. This is what you would put like on the front of a box. And then you take your 1-inch letters and, you know, put the word roses. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything appropriate. And label your items. Here is what no, this isn't what we used. These are the advertising minis. Okay, the minis are my favorite. I love the mini stencils. You know, your girl loves advertising. So all of these little mini ones I'm about to show you are my favorite ones to use. Advertising minis is actually this one. I lied. pinned down below on the advertising minis. You've got the cold cream. You've got your JG Meakin England right here in the middle. So if you guys are ironstone freaks and you want to make your own little ironstone signs and projects, there it is. I knew it. This one says the only genuine old Whitmore patent number 10 cotton. This is a little mini cotton sign. I am obsessed with this one. This one is like a roses extract, goes a little more French country. And then this one says our Jan's Defiance. It's like another like product label, like a cream or something. Okay, a couple more of these, and then we'll go back to the other room. I'll quit shaking y'all around. And I'll show you the new decoupage papers, which I actually took into that room. It was a little easier with the paper. Okay, the Croc minis we used today, they are pinned down below, and that's this one right here with the Kroger Grocery and Baking. Trinket Mouse, weren't you talking about Kroger yesterday? I love Kroger. We had them in Kansas. I don't have them here. American Mills, that's like a milling company. Royal River Seamless, this is like a grain sack sign. Again, the Frenchy grain sack here is cooperative with some wheat on it. Obsessed with this one. Here are the grain sack minis pinned down below. Wait, hold on. Is that what I just showed you? Now I confused myself. The Croc minis pinned down below. Here we go. The Croc minis pinned down below. This one has 8 in it, you guys. 8. And this is images you would see like on the front of Crocs. So you have the Western pottery. There's a number 2 on there for like a 2-gallon Croc. It says Denver. This one says Dunripe Pure Cream to go like more marmalade French country style. This one says Pottery Company. You have the gorgeous crown with the number 3 in it. This would be great. Like if you find just a basic Croc at the thrift store and you want to paint it up and put a faux stamp on it with a little blue paint, that would be amazing. And then our last minis is the advertising. No, it's this one. Where is this one? I might have not loaded one up. Hold on one second. 1, 2, 3. Minis, minis, minis. Yeah, I might have missed one. It's fine. We'll talk about them next time. Pre's brain hurts. Okay. Wait, I showed you this. No, I didn't show you this one. It's the lemon syrup. It was the apothecary labels. That's what it is. That's why I did. It's a different name. I need to put a little cheat sheet over here with the names of everything on them because there's so many products. Okay, here we go. I got it. Apothecary labels too. So this one has like a cold cream label, a tooth wash. The lemon syrup is my favorite on this one. This one says E.B. William Druggist, drugs and medicine. So these are great to put next to your old medicinal bottles. Make you some cute little faux signs to stage up with your old medical stuff. All right, y'all. We did it. The sheep are so good. I wonder if anybody got those. That's the stencils. Those are the stencils that I have in stock right now. I will be placing an order for more later today. I'm going to get some new styles. So the more y'all buy, the more new stuff we can get. And there's my dog. There's Maisie. Okay. Now we're about to go back to the other room and I'm going to show you all of the new decoupage paper. Y'all excited? I am. I am. So sorry. That's my tripod. That's a terrible sound. Oh, I love that. What's going on, friend? We're crafting today. Sweating, you guys. It's hot in here already. Oh my gosh. Has it been like 7,000? Look how hot I am from doing that. Has it been like 7,000 degrees where y'all live? Let me know down below. I like it. I don't mind, but everybody else and their mother is freaking out. Y'all want me to bring this to Sunday's show? I will like tie this up and make it a little more secure back here. Sheriff walked in. I missed all that. Hard home. You're fired. No. But you know what you can do? You can go into my shop and type in the word stencil. And at the end of the show, I'd be happy to walk back through things again if you're still here too. You can put the word stencil in and it will show all of the stencils that I just showed. Oh, where did the leopard print one go? That showed up? And the corner pack? And the Drew Chartres? And the duck red flower? Where are all those? Did I show you any of those? They're in there. They're just in a different area. I think the ones I only had one left of, I put under the table. This duck red flower one's good. It is no longer, they don't make this one anymore. You guys like ducks, you like flower. This is another large one, this big. It's all fine, Alicia. Everything's fine. The Arabesque tiles, yeah, I didn't show you a whole bunch of them. They're in there. This American Agricole is a very popular one as well. You can only be so organized when you have 500 products. I'm ready for a warehouse. So if we want to see Brie move into a warehouse, double tap the screen. But I want it to be here. I want it to be right there. I don't want to have to go anywhere. 94 and humid. Ugh. You're so welcome, Sandra. Your old puppy. I have an old puppy too. She's 20. She can be 21. In October is when we say her birthday is. Okay, y'all. Thank you for the love on the stencils. Thank you for dealing with me. You know, there's enough junk there. We could do that. Are y'all ready to see the new decoupage papers? I'm ready to show you. I think. Where'd I put them? Here they are. Here they are. So when I was live last time, I got a great response on some of the smaller. Oh, she's 19. I love that. I think you've sent me pictures of her. You guys went bananas over the smaller rice papers. So I did invest in a bunch of new styles in the smaller ones and then restocked some of the larger ones. And then this round, I will pick up even more new styles. So on these larger papers, I want to show you. Maybe you're not the biggest crafter in the world and you don't want to decoupage things, but you have frames to fill. Look how beautiful and perfect these decoupage papers look, just popped into the old brass frames that we all have 17 boxes of sitting in our craft stash. I know you do. Don't even lie. This is the new Shabby Bee decoupage paper, and I will pin these as I go. I think I remember the name of the papers. There's not quite as many. The bee's so good. It bees so good. I went ahead and pinned it down below. Great price point on these papers, under $5. And these are going to be rice papers. They're nice and thick, but not too thick to decoupage with. This one is super, super shabby, and it's got the queen bee right there in the middle, butterflies on the side. And then, of course, you can take these and just use smaller sections of them. You know, on smaller projects, you could cut out individual butterflies if that's your jam and you have more patience than me. But I love it. This is just an 8 by 11 frame. I did have to trim it down just a little on the paper. Let's get an exact measurement. 8.5 by 11. Yeah. So as I say, I had to trim it down just a little on the paper because the frame is actually only a 10 by 8. But it was easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And it's not even glued or anything in there. I just stuck it in there. So maybe you have a booth space or something that you just want to style up or switch out seasonally. Love. Taco Cat Lady, thank you so much for the raid. Party of 17. How was your show? You know what? I popped into you've been on for hours. I was like, you were one of the few on at the butt crack of dawn this morning. I just started an ephemera giveaway courtesy of our raid. How was your show? When is your next one? We're doing some crafting today. I'm selling some craft supplies. And y'all, be sure to bookmark Sunday show. I have amazing vintage antiques on Sunday and a whole pile of quilts that are preloaded over there, okay? So crafting's not your jam. Make sure to come back Sunday. Don't miss that. But if crafting's your jam, hang out. These rabbits. It did. Kelly, it did. So this is the decoupage paper that is pinned down below. I'm going through some of the decoupage papers that I saw. It is pinned down below if you want to grab one today. These are JRV, Jamie Ray Vintage decoupage papers. Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate you. And that's the first new style I have and shown. So I'm about to show you all the other new ones I got too. It was great. I'll be back on Monday, 7-11. I love that. I love that. This one has my heart. I have been eyeballing the most amazing rabbit art. And this is Lancaster's fault. She collects like old framed rabbit paintings and stuff. So now every time I'm in the wild and I see them, I'm like, oh, drool. There's one thrift store that has a pet rabbit. And behind the pet rabbit's cage is a gorgeous old painting with a boy and a rabbit. And I'm like, is that for sale? No, it's the rabbits. A rabbit doesn't care. All right, down below here is the antique rabbit. So you've got two pieces on here, which I think, honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If you just pop this into a frame, I still think it would be cute. If you have oval frames, of course, it would look beautiful in there as well. You could put this over an old mirror in the oval shape. The rabbit in that painting was the rabbit's great great grandfather. Shut up, Trinket Mouse. You're probably not wrong. Or if you just slice this one in half and frame it out into like a, rectangle frame, the white background looks like matting instead. So it looks like it's pre-matted for you in case you don't have any oval frames or you're kind of unsure of that shape. You know what I'm saying? This is 8 by 5.5 on the oval size, in case you're curious. That is pinned down below. It is super lightweight on the shipping. I do put these in a cardboard mailer and a piece of plastic, so in case anything happens, they're protected with the plastic. And it's only $9.21 up to 5 pounds for shipping. So you should be able to get quite a bit of paper today and not even go over those 5 pounds. Here is another rabbit one. That's crazy. I know, I told you. Oh, what is the name of this one? Rabbits, bunnies. It's got to be something like that. And if you want to watch the replay, I am multicasting this to YouTube. Upcycled by Brie over on YouTube. You can always watch the replay. Okay, pinned down below. These are brand new. Thanks for your patience with the names. This is the floral bunnies. So you've got 4 different bunnies. I love how it has like the breed of them underneath that you could cut into different sections, but this one would also just look beautiful, pop right into a frame. Just boop. Don't even have to cut it up. Don't even have to decoupage anything. That's what I love about these. But you can decoupage them. They are decoupage papers. Okay. The robins? No. The and not being talented. Do directions come with it? Kelly, that's a great question. No, directions don't come with it, but I am about to decoupage something here live with you, so stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Also, if you go to YouTube, I don't know if you watch YouTube, Upcycled by Brie over on YouTube, I have over 500 videos there from the last like 6-7 years. 6-7. But if you just go to my YouTube, there's a ton of decoupage videos as well. The decoupage mediums like the big top or the liquid patina, the matte top coat, all in my shop. Or if you have Mod Podge at home, you're welcome to use that too. What's number 4 name? Number 4 name. Oh, the 4 bunnies. I got you. It is the floral bunny. It is pinned down below. Still. Thank you so much. Another raid. A Kobe revival. I didn't butcher it this time. Thank you so much for the raid. Hop in the paper ephemera giveaway that's running. We're crafting today. Also selling vintage and antiques on Sunday. So if you want to bookmark Sunday show, I have all of these amazing items available Sunday. All of those quilts are preloaded. Today we're doing a little decoupaging, a little stenciling, and hanging out. Thanks for being here. Happy to see you too. So this is the floral bunnies. It's pinned down below for whoever was asking. Hop into the bin. Okay, Trinket Mouse, I have been like praising you all morning, but you just lost a point. Soulfully creative. Thank you so much for being here. I'm kidding. That was a great pun. That was so funny. Nesting robins. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. I accidentally put an apostrophe in robins. You don't need that. All right, pinned down below is nesting robins, which I don't know if you guys have robins where you're at, but all the little robin babies are all growing up around here. I only saw a few broken teal eggs this year. It always makes me so sad. What do we use to apply? So my favorite that I carry is the DIY liquid patina. It is an amazing decoupage medium. I have it in an 8 and a 16 ounce size down below. I can pin it for you. And then I am going to actually decoupage something here in just a second. I'm just showing the new designs for those who already know what they're doing. And then I will show you guys how to do this as well. Okay, I'm going to pin the crystal clear chandelier liquid patina down below. This is the bigger size. This is the 16 ounce. I pinned the 8 ounce, but just know that it's available in a larger size too. We had a robin's nest right outside our house. I know, they're so sweet. They're so ugly when they're babies. They're so sweet. So there's the nesting robins. I will pin this one more time. I'm sorry, my computer's being a little silly today. A little silly. Oh, it's because I put 2 B's in Robin. Is there one? Is there 2 B's in Robin? Yes, there is. Right? Maybe? Yeah. Only one? Oh. Because I typed it with just one, but it didn't pop up. I gotta fix it. I am the spelling police when it comes to myself. I try not to do it to my friends. Okay, I try not to be that jerk, but there we go. I fixed it. I have mourning doves nesting on my patio. Oh, bug herder. I have a pair of doves who've been coming and like scuttling at the ground below my bird feeder because their butts are too big to actually eat from my bird feeders. And the neighborhood cats have been stalking it. Strawberries. Y'all love the strawberries. This is pinned down below. Strawberry advertising. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. And again, y'all just frame this out, slap it right on the wall, slap it right into your booth next to some terracotta pots and your little trowels. I know I love this one. I love any kind of seed pack advertising. Prima used to make a seed advertising transfer and they quit. I'm going to need them to bring it back. Thank you. Y'all love the strawberries. Thank you so much. I'm going to put in my bin real quick the strawberries. I think I only have a couple of packs left, but just in case y'all want some strawberries to accent with, it's a pack of 24 and they are styrofoam. I have 3 packs left. Ask me how I know. I pinned those down below and I actually threw them on a flash sale for you. So if you need some little strawberries to style up next to your strawberry decoupage paper, there you go. I cannot, unfortunately, mark down my paint and products because of retailer agreements, but on my floral and greenery and stuff, I'm always happy to do flash sales for y'all. And on my regular decor shows, it is max $9.21 shipping, generally. Okay, these 3 styles are older. I had them before, kind of the herby, florally botanicals. I'm just going to pin them real quick. And then that's the end of my smaller decoupage papers. There are a ton of other options, including some cows. I think I'm going to do some more cows. But if y'all have any requests, let me know. And I will try to fulfill those requests when I am shopping. I don't know every single style she makes now because it's been a few years since I've really played with these products a lot. Look at all those hearts. Wow. Someone's got a busy little finger there. Thank you. Old Barnes. Ooh, guess what? I'm about to use the bee and barn today on the little stool, Michelle. It's a bigger piece of decoupage paper, but we're going to use that one. And then I'll look and see if she has any others. Do you think I could get an oval shaker box I could put in a big bunny on the lid, floral bunnies around the side with more floral to fill in the gaps? Yeah, 100%. I think those 2 look good together. You got like wheat. You got wheat on this one. You got wheat on this one and florals on that one. I think it would work. I think it could do that. I think it could work. Question about paint. What can you use for specifically? How do they paint? For the paint, what can you use those for? So the paint I carry, we will talk about it here in just a second because I am going to do a little decoupaging and we have to paint first. But I have 2 different lines. I have the DIY paint, which is a clay-based paint. This acts a lot like a chalk paint, sticks to just about everything, very, very user-friendly, easy to use, VOC-free, etc. The milk paint actually comes in a powdered form. You have to mix it with water to turn it into paint. And it provides a really authentic, crackly, chippy old finish. So different paints, but again, if you're curious to see how these work, Upcycle by Bree on YouTube. When we're done here today, I have so many videos using the 2 different paints, and you can really, really get a feel for how they work. I got you. But we are going to use the DIY paint today. Next week, we're going to do some milk painting projects. 2 10-foot walls. I have 2 10-foot walls in the hallway. Old bars on the other side. I'm doing a bunch of old windows. Oh, I'm so jealous, Rhonda. I used to have super long hallways and I had window frames going all up and down them. And now all my window frames just sit in my spare room. One of these days, though, I'd love to see a picture of that. Okay, I'm going to pin the last couple of decoupage papers here, and then we're actually going to get to decoupaging, okay? Touglon. Oh my gosh, fat fingers. Here is the touglons. I called this a lime last time. We decided that is in fact a walnut. That's not a lime. That's a walnut before it's ripe. 210-foot wall. Woo! Wouldn't that be crazy? Full old window frames. And the last one to pin is the sambucas. I love these like little herby, botanically items. Boop. Pin down below. These again are just great to put in a brass frame. I know all of y'all have like at least 10 of these somewhere in your house, even just little tiny sections, popping these botanicals against your brass frames. So, so good. So, so good. And of course, with the bigger decoupage paper I'm about to show you, you can also just frame it out. It's a little different. This is 18-pound paper. This is a rice paper. So if you look in these, you'll see kind of like the little shiny little pieces on them. See there? It's a totally different texture of paper. These frame out a little bit nicer in my opinion, but the other ones frame nicely too. Okay, yay, thank you guys so much. Love you. I restocked some of the bigger decoupage papers. I won't sit here and go through every single one and pin them because I had all of these last time too. After I do the decoupage project, if you want me to hold some of them up for you, I can. I will. I'm happy to. But the one we're going to use today, we used the Lamami last time and y'all were super sad it sold out, that Lamami, and I did restock that. So if you were looking for that big rose with the cursive writing from last time, just type in the word Lamami there in the bin and it'll pop up for you. Any of the other florals that would go well with the bunnies. That Lamami one would right there, actually. Boom, watch this. Watch this, watch this. I want to show you side by side. I'm glad you said that. I think that would work better. So you want the floral with the floral bunnies? Is that what you're saying? Yes, yeah, watch this. Oh, look at that. There it is. So much better. So much better. That's like perfect. This one is pinned down below. And these are huge pieces, 30 by 20. These are great to use on the front of furniture. You can do your little side tables, end tables, your big old trays. You can frame out a massive picture with them. But these are also great to cut into smaller sections. So we are going to use today the Bee and Barn, and we're going to put it on a little stool, a little faux milking stool. I thought that would be super cute. I restocked the cottage birds. I restocked the hand painted floral, which sold out really fast last time. This one would be great to frame as well. One big old faux oil painting side, and then 4 smaller botanical sides. This one's called hand painted floral. If y'all want me to pin any of these, feel free to ask, or you can just type the word decoupage up there in the buy now section as well, and it'll show you all my decoupage options, okay? If you need to see any in person, holler at me. Holler at your girl. Okay. Stool. We're going to use Bee and Barn. Somebody asked for some barn decoupage paper. I think there is one in the smaller scale as well. So I will do some shopping today. You love this? Yay, Sandra. We do this every Thursday. Every Thursday we craft. So be sure to bookmark next week's show as well. My crafting shows have a picture of me holding paintbrushes, me holding paintbrushes. Right there. So that's next week's crafting show. Bookmark that bad boy. Decoupage. Did I miss part of your question? Decoupage. Oh, for me to smart butt. What's up, Melissa? So this is the Bee and Barn. It again is a 20 by 30 sheet, but this one is broken down into some smaller sections. You have the bee, skeps, houses, boxes with the little bees over here. You have some cool looking barn images. You've got cows. We've got a lady milking cows. We've got, what's this over here? Hay, a bunch of hay over there. And then what's that? A bunch of, there's sheep down there at the bottom. Cool. So this one you could break up into smaller sections, or you could use some of the bigger scales as well. You need that, you're a beekeeper? It's pinned. Oh, it's not pinned. I thought I did. I'm sorry. Hold on. Don't panic. I thought I pinned it. I need an assistant. I need I need an assistant for my crafting shows. Wait, hold on. I can't find it. Now I'm freaking out. Hold on just a second. It's like every time I delete something out of my search bar, it oh, you know what I did? I only put one quantity in. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Shayna knows how this goes. I get a system for pinning and checking my inventory numbers. I have 10 of these available, not just one. Give me just a second here. So sorry about that. I was like, it was just in there. And no matter how many times you double check this and recheck this and go over your work, it's inevitable. It happens every time. Okay, let's try again, Bree. Everybody, don't panic. 9 left now. Here we go. Here we go. Pinned down below. I have 9 left on the Bee and Barn. Actually, I'm going to use one today. So, somebody just bought one. Oh, God. Oh, God. Now somebody else just bought one. Geez. Oh, man. Okay, I got it. I win. Whew. Fighting the sales on that one. I got to use one of these, so I had to take one out of stock. Glad I thought about that. This is a little faux milking stool. I got it for a couple bucks at the thrift store, and I think I'm going to use the milking lady on it. Yeah, milking lady and this cow over here. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to kind of roughly figure out where I want my image from the top here, and I'm going to flip it over and trace around it. I'm going to go through all the steps. We're going to paint a little bit on this stool first. We're going to seal it, everything. So hang tight with me for about, I don't know, this will probably take us 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, that's roughly where I want it. I'm just going to flip it over here and trace around it. Let me get my pen. The bees are flying. She's on one today. Did they give you something good for that back pain or? I'm using a Sharpie. You guys don't use a Sharpie, use a pen or a pencil, okay? That way you don't get Sharpie on your project like me, and that way your Sharpie doesn't bleed on your tissue paper. Do as I say, not as I do. Nope. I'm just hilarious. You've been hanging out with me for too long, all those puns. Shayna, by the way, I have to say, girl, I thought my tan game was strong this year. I gotta step it up. I was watching you, was it yesterday or the day before? I was like, dang girl. Tan is heck. Now I'm just gonna cut this out. I'm gonna go right inside my Sharpie line because the Sharpie's kind of fat. But I don't want to. You can always kind of like sand the corner down too and get the excess decoupage paper off. So don't cut it too short. You can always take a little off. You can't really add it, you know. Oh my gosh, you guys are watching me. It's so much pressure. It really is, actually. If you guys weren't here, I would be doing this like on the floor. I have room. Ooh, you know what? So Flexi Spot, it's a company I worked with before for a YouTube video. They sponsored me, and I had that table that moved up and down. Do you guys remember that? That was years ago. And it was my work table, and now it's down in my shipping room. They hit me up again. They want, and I did it. I like laid on it and used the remote and moved myself up and down. It was funny. It was a good review. Okay, they loved it. They never asked me back, but they did, and they're offering me this huge, amazing corner desk that moves up and down, and I might take them up on it and put it in here for crafting. It's going to take up so much of this room, though. I don't know. I got to do some measurements. You know me and my scale on things. It'd get here and it'd be like, take up the whole entire room. I don't know. I might take them up on that because this little desk, I love this table. Don't get me wrong. I have filmed a million videos on this table. We have sold a million things off this table, but it's not very big. I measure nothing. I know. I'm terrible. I was watching Ginger Trick Rehab this morning, one of her reels on Facebook, and she was framing out this beautiful swan. And she had like a frame gun to like frame the back of it. And she put this craft paper over the back and like all this. I was like, I could never. But I could do this. No, I could. I could 100% do that. In fact, I almost ran right to Amazon. Was like nail or framing gun and this that. And I was like, Brie, whoa. I almost left in the middle of the day the other day too, and went to buy rocks to go around my tree. And I'm like, girl, reel it in. Come on, come on. We got to focus on what we're doing. Okay, so now I have my cutout section, and you can see here, look, my Sharpie went right through my decoupage paper. It's on the edge, so don't use a Sharpie, use a pen. For what I'm doing today, it's fine, it doesn't matter. But do as I say, not as I do, okay? Thanks. Thanks. Now, here's the real question. Do we want to paint this black? Do we want to paint this weathered wood? Weathered wood would be good. Let's do weathered wood and white wax. It's in your save for later. I love that. Yeah, weathered wood, white wax. So we use the weathered wood on the book, okay? But I'm going to put it on this whole bench as well, on this whole little stool. When you're using a decoupage paper and you're going over a raw piece of wood, it is, in my opinion, better to put down some paint first. Whether it's a white paint or a dark paint or whatever, it's just going to make your image pop more. You could decoupage it right over this piece of wood as well. I'm going to lay down some paint though, just to make this image pop a little bit more. And since I'm using a darker paint, that's why I'm a little too worried about that Sharpie because we're just going to sand it anyway. I'm a willy-nilly crafter. I slap paint on things. I'm not even going to clean this. But you guys do what you want. Use your discretion. Okay. If you want to wipe it down first, go for it. I got to grab a brush real quick. I did restock all the brushes in my buy now section as well. All the Klingon brushes are back in stock. So that is an amazing thing. Oh my gosh. It's tripping. I use Crackle on this one. She uses weather defense seal for her image so it doesn't bleed. Yeah, I know. I love watching her craft. See where does she have time for all this? Oh, so inspirational. I will pin weathered wood again down below one more time. If you want to buy it in a larger size, I also have it in a 16 and 32 ounce. Okay, so you're like, I love this color. I want to do a whole side table in it. Pick you up a pint instead of a sample. Oh, I guess the sample has sold out because we used it on the last project. I love you guys, but I will pin the 16 ounce size down below. And of course, you can use any color paint you want. You don't have to use the color I'm using. This is the F30. This is the Klingon F30. Love my Klingon brushes. This one is flat and not very wide. The F stands for flat. The 30 is, I don't know, maybe centimeters or something. Pin down below on the F30. And I have had this brush probably 5 years. Washed it a million times, and look how nice it still is. I know, C. Mercer. She is Ginger Chick Rehab is who we're talking about. Her name's Yvonne. I've been following her on YouTube for years. She started selling here on Whatnot. You want to watch her here? I'll show you. We're not going to tag her, okay? Let's not all tag people a million times because I don't want to annoy anybody, but I'll hold up her profile for you. Here is her tag here on Whatnot, Ginger Chick Rehab. She's amazing. She loves flower frogs and Christmas and tomato pincushions and white creamers and all that stuff we love here too. She's super sweet lady. So y'all go follow her. When you go watch her show, tell her I said hello and I sent you, okay? But she's on Facebook too, same name. Okay, let's do this. Let's do it. Also, guess who else is on Whatnot now? Dion Woods. She has a show, I think, tomorrow. Yes, this is the paint that cleans up with water. So this is a clay-based paint. DIY paint is clay-based, all natural, VOC free. It is super thick and highly pigmented. See how it's not even dripping off my brush here? Which means your coverage is going to be insane. We're gonna get one coat coverage on this. No, don't. But here, I'll hold it up again. I'm shy. The other person I'm talking about, if you want to see another amazing artist that uses DIY paint, I'll hold it up here. Oops. I think she's on tomorrow, and we're all gonna go say hi. There she is. Right here. Okay, y'all go follow her too. Yep. Miss Dion Woods. And I don't know. It looks like my second show, Art Prints, Art Supplies, Art Resources, is what she's doing tomorrow. Yay! Okay, I'm going on with my Klingon brush. The other thing about this thick paint is it's gonna have some texture. Okay, you're gonna see some brush strokes. If that's not your jam, DIY paint probably isn't for you. And that's just being 100% honest. You can spray this paint out of a spray gun. You get a more smooth finish. You can also water the paint down a little bit and use a really nice brush to reduce your brush strokes. But that's one of the reasons I love it, because when we go to wax this, it's going to pick up on all that texture from the paint and really give us a beautiful, beautiful distressed finish easily. Okay, look, one coat. What? Crazy. Crazy. Old vibes? Are you calling me old? I am going to use a heat gun today to dry my paint up faster. You guys don't have to do that. You can use a hair dryer. You can put it in the sunshine. You can put it in front of a box fan. Or you can just watch your paint dry. It's totally up to you. In fact, I do have, oh, this is weathered wood. It's pinned, it was pinned down below. And I sold out of the smallest size, but I do have it in the 16 ounce. Boom. And I will restock the smallest one. You bought the heat gun, yay. It really does help, especially if you're trying to be efficient. Maybe you're trying to mass produce things for a booth or whatnot auction or whatever. Thank you. Okay, so that the 16 ounce just sold out. I also have 2 left in the 32 ounce. Just depends how much paint you guys want. But I will restock this one. Don't you worry. It's one of my staples. Notice as it's drying down there. See how that paint starts to lighten up and we go from kind of like this black color to more of a gray brown. Love, love, love this color. Oh, yes. Stubborn stickers. Heat them up a little bit with a heat gun. Your sticker will peel right off. You got 100 friends up in here crafting today. Thanks so much for being here, y'all. Let's do another paper ephemera giveaway. Thanks for hanging out today. On Sunday, I will load up mystery bag giveaways. We'll have sponsored giveaways available, all the good stuff. So be sure to come back on Sunday, too, if you love free stuff. I will never stop doing giveaways. I don't care what anybody says. Ever, ever. Oh, I love this color. I'm going to go ahead and paint the bottom and the legs, too. So just be patient with me. We're watching paint dry today. Y'all drop in the chat, what is the most recent thing you have crafted? Oh, and let us know. Let us know if you have like your own Facebook page or YouTube channel or Instagram or something where we could check out your work. Or if you feature it here on Whatnot. Let us know. I will sell the stool if you'd like me to. Of course. Of course I will. I also have that framed bee picture back there and the book stack. I was just going to shove the book stack into Sunday's show because that kind of fit the vibes. But if anybody really wants those. Christmas in July, yes, I will. I forgot to, I said I was going to schedule it before today, didn't I? I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. I'll get it scheduled before Sunday so we can start bookmarking it. I already have some Santa mugs, some red and green tins over here, red, white, and green spools. I ordered bottle brush trees so we can do just a little like upcycle crafting, not too much. I have 4 totes in the basement and about another few weeks to source. I was hoping to use the decoupage paper for paper crafting. Absolutely soulfully creative. That was one of the, I was actually going to put decoupage on the books. I had so many ideas. You absolutely can decoupage over paper. What I will say is be very, very minimal with your medium, with your top coat or whatever. When you're going on initially the first time, you don't need very much. You don't want to get that paper too soft and wet. Also, when it dries, it might try to dry a little wrinkly. So if that's the case, after it's all the way dry, like really, really dry, put a couple like really heavy books on top of it and it'll flatten back out. Oh, Halloween dioramas. So I got some little tiny orange and black tins. I think I'm drying dry paint. My bad. Um, I got a bunch of little orange and black tins, and we're gonna make a little mini assemblage for Halloween. I didn't really find any small tins for the Christmas, but we'll do some for Halloween. Okay, I'm gonna paint this whole stool, legs and all. Be patient with me, because once we get all the paint on, the decoupaging part goes quick. And I need to remember that when you guys come watch me craft, you're not in a hurry. I have to remember that in life all the time. Like, this isn't an emergency. We're not being chased by a bear. Putting the dishes away is not a race. Um, you don't have to brush your hair so aggressively. Can you paint the top of the book and then decoupage? Yes, of course you can. See, Mercer, of course you can. Layer of paint, and then you'll still need to put, like, let your paint dry and then put down top coat for your decoupage paper to stick. You don't just put the decoupage paper over the paint. It won't work. You love hanging out. Yeah, I need to remember that. So sorry. Usually when we're running auctions, especially as volume sellers, we're moving really quickly, you know. Um, so then when I'm live crafting now, I'm like, that's just me in life all day, every day. My sister Cobalt Blue Cabin on Facebook. I just oh yay, Mindy Suze, thank you. Yay. Did I miss anything else? Primitive Americana stuff, yes. Oh, you guys are all showing your shows. Shayna, what color? I wasn't able to see the last of your show. What color did you guys end up painting the gumball machine? What did you pick? I missed it. All right, when I'm painting spindles, usually I go up and down like this, and then I do the slap method on the second coat. So I'll show you that after I dry it. I'm just doing one thick coat on the top of this because I'm putting decoupage paper over it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I might need to do a little touch up here on the rest of the stool, but it's not even going to be like a second coat. I like to call it like a coat and a half to get full coverage, especially with these darker colors. But it's great too. How many people have painted things white and it took them 3-4 coats to get solid coverage with that like Waverly paint or whatever from Walmart? Not with DIY paint. Coat and a half. You're done. So not only are you saving product, but you're saving time as well. The cost of the paint's a little bit more, but you aren't going to be there for 17 years painting it. And you're not going to use near as much paint. So in the end, it is really more cost efficient. That was something hard for me to wrap my brain around in the beginning. When I first started painting, it was like 7 years ago, 8 years ago now almost. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I was painting furniture and I was like, I don't want to spend $40 on a quart of paint. And then I got cheap paint. And then I started watching Debbie and Dion and Jamie. And I was like, oh, we're going to get some of this DIY paint. We're going to try this out. And I never looked back. Never looked back. Okay, I'm going to dry this bottom part up and then I'm going to show you my little slap method. I really do just slap paint on y'all. When I'm painting furniture or a gorgeous antique, you know, there might be times that it's more appropriate for me to slow down and check on my brush strokes. But honestly, when I'm painting furniture a lot of the time too, it's texture. It's patina. It's crazy as well. Let's see if I can multitask here. We're going to dry this up and we're going to see if I can show you furniture pieces at the same time. Maybe. Okay, so I painted a ton of things white in the past, right? I painted a lot of white, a lot of French country business. I painted some gray. We did it. But then I also used milk paint on things and made them all chippy and old and delicious. There's another just kind of white and gray project. Lots of white. That's why I asked who painted white. And then in the past. All the white projects. But then I also did things like add transfers to furniture and rusty furniture. You couldn't sell anything? Mine did okay. My crazy pieces did okay, but I definitely painted a lot more white. There was like 4 crazy pieces in there. That's not all the furniture I painted in the past. You can see more of that on YouTube too. You need the rusty. So I used the Modern Masters Rust Effect paint whenever I did mine. I know Shayna uses the Dixie Belle Rust Patina. I think Julie uses that as well, and I've been itching to try it. So I might order some of that for you soon, Shayna, and try it out before I decide. Because I love Rust. And that Modern Masters is it's a lot of steps, but I think all of the Rust paint is. And I can't get a wholesale, I don't think. I should look into that. But it wouldn't make sense for me to like carry it. Green is good. We love green. Shayna, you said you ended up painting yours green, right? Your bubblegum thing. I love that. My favorite green, Brie. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm missing all the comments. Please ask your comments again or red chat me if I'm missing them. My favorite green is aviary, hands down. My fave. I knew it. Yup. Okay, we're almost dry on this. Thanks for your patience. I gotta go do a little sourcing later today. I did go out yesterday and then, oh my gosh, I got home and I just crashed. My energy levels have been so up and down. I think it's a hormonal thing. Sorry, gentlemen, if you're here. But I just can't figure it out. And so I posted yesterday sourcing day, and then I didn't put anything else on my stories. I'm sorry. What surfaces can you use the rust paint on? I used it on paint. Like I would paint a piece of furniture and then I would do it on top of the paint. Um, I know you like Shayna uses hers on little like plastic animals. You can put it probably on just raw wood, pinned to green. Of course I can. Thank you, Think Mouse. Everybody go follow my mods helping me out today. It's so hard to craft and watch comments and comment back and all at once. Y'all are lifesavers. Pinned down below is aviary. That's in the smallest size, the 8 ounce. I also have it in a 16 and 32 ounce as well. Almost there. All right. So you can see, here's what this color looks like when it's wet. Here's what it looks like when it's dry. Definitely lightens up as it dries. But this is one coat coverage. There's still a couple of spots that are a little wet, more wet than others, but that's okay. It'll dry as we go. One coat coverage, which is insane. I am gonna do just like a little, I like to call this like a half coat. And on my spindles or my legs, I kind of do like a slap method like this sometimes too. Works out fast. If you have textured spindles, it's a really good hack. I don't really need to do it on this flat one, but if you have those textured or like shaped spindles, that little slap chop method of painting works, and it gives you a lot of fun texture. If you don't like the texture, maybe don't do that. Postmenopausal, I'm jealous. Somebody mentioned it to me last year. We can just talk about it. We're mostly girls here, right? It's fine. Somebody mentioned it to me last year when I started things started changing, But I was like, no, it's just because I had that rash on my face and then I had the shoulder thing. I'm like, it's not, everything's fine. But now once a month, I feel like I want to murder everybody. Anything that moves. A fly, my dog, my decoupage paper would blow in the wind. It'd get the side eye too. That's why I didn't go live last Sunday. I woke up in the morning and I was like, I just can't today. I'm not having hot flashes at all. But like my cheeks is bad. I feel like my hair's changing. I'm only 39. No. But now because I've been talking about it, my algorithm on Facebook, oh, I hate it. My algorithm on Facebook is like, everything to do with that. And it's like these stupid little cartoony ads. And it's like cats dressed up as humans. Do you guys get these ads too? Or is it just me? I can pull up Facebook right now and it will show me. My hair is thin everywhere except for my face. I have an appointment with my OBGYN on the 15th, I think. Also, we're just spilling the tea today. I had an appointment with my PCP because I requested blood work, which I haven't got done yet, but next week early I'm going to go to see if my vitamin D levels have improved. And I was talking to her. She started me on a low dose of Prozac, but she said it would help. She said it would help with the symptoms and stuff. Use Zoloft, it'll get thicker. For my hair? Well, she put me on Prozac, so I don't think I can use Zoloft. So hopefully over the course of the next month or so, things will even out a little bit. Being a girl is rough. Rough. Okay, when it comes to decoupaging, there are many different methods. You can use like a brayer and roll it out. You can get your decoupage paper wet before you apply it to help smooth it out. I don't mind a little bit of wrinkle in my decoupage paper because I like to sand over it. If there's a tiny wrinkle and you sand over that, it gives it a really great distressed look. So if you want to, you guys can use a brayer, you can use your saran wrap trick, whatever you want to help smooth out your decoupage paper. I don't generally do that, just FYI. Hold on one second. Let me get my top coat here. If you are in the room and you are a very professional decoupager with a lot of different methods and tips and tricks, feel free to drop an emoji in the chat if you have tips and tricks for us too. Okay, this and this. Sorry, guys. Let me get one more other brush. I use a chip brush for decoupaging because I don't like to clean top coats out of my brushes. You can use whatever brush you want. Sometimes you just need to take, I take that every day already. It's already in my list of supplements. I'm just a mess. Honestly, owning your own business and doing this full time is a lot. It's a lot. And my business has blown up the past couple years. So between being really sick and my business expanding and growing really fast, the last year was a lot. It's so much better than corporate life. I would never ever go back or trade it for the world, but it's a lot. So, I'm just trying to do some general like stress reduction. I've been working out again since my shoulder's better, which has helped immensely. I've been able to lay in the sunshine. We've been gardening. We're working on it, right? But last week I just needed a little bit of a break. Slowly dying over here in the corporate world. Girl, just quit. Just quit your job. Just tell me your job. Don't do that. This is a DIY liquid patina. So this is a DIY product. It's a top coat. You can use it to seal your paint. You can use it as a decoupage medium. You can use it as a transfer gel. It is a multi-purpose product. It dries very matte, which is why I like it. You could also use the other top coat in the DIY line, which is called Big Top. It has a little bit more of a sheen to it. It is right here, and I only have the Big Top in one big size. The liquid patina comes in two sizes. So this is Big Top. It's a little more liquidy than the patina as well. So this gives you a little more playroom with your decoupage paper, a little more wiggle room. That one's a little more liquidy. Lyme disease, I think I'm good, Dainty Shack. Last year we had a whole tick debacle. It turned out it wasn't a tick bite at all, but they did test me for all the Lyme stuff last year. I haven't had any ticks this year. I don't know what. I don't have frozen shoulder, but I was told that perimenopause can cause frozen shoulder. I have a nerve issue. I had a damaged nerve, which causes a wicked case of scapular winging and some like mobility issues. I don't know if you guys can see in this shirt, but it's getting much better. Getting much better. I have not used wax yet. No, I'm sorry, Karina. We're talking about a million things too. All I have on this so far is the stool. We don't want to put wax down yet. Our decoupage paper won't stick to that, but we are going to use it, but not yet. Okay, so the liquid patina is pinned down below. This is the smaller size. I have it in a larger size. Please take this and pour it out into another little solo cup or glass container or something. Don't dip your brush in yours, okay? Don't do as I do as I say. And we're just gonna do one thin coat of our liquid patina right over our paint. And the reason I put the paint down was to make that image pop more on the decoupage paper. It's kind of a black and white image, so putting a dark background behind it is gonna make that image stand out more. If I would have put it over the wood, you could still see it, just wouldn't stand out quite as much. One thin coat. I want to make sure I get it all the way around my edges. That's usually where we have the most issues with our paper coming up. And then I'm just going to take my piece that I pre-cut into the right shape, and we're going to pop it right on here. Now try to get in the right spot, because once it's on there, it's kind of hard to move around. Okay, and then I'm going to start from the middle here and just press my way out. Whoops. Fold right there. Just press my way out. Again, this is where you could take a brayer. You could take some saran wrap. You could smooth it out a little bit more. I don't usually. I usually just use my hand. And you can see it applies really smoothly. There's like one little wrinkle right here. See that little guy? If that bothers you, use your brayer. Use some saran wrap to smooth it out. Okay. There you go. Bam. It's on there. Now, I'm going to do another layer of decoupage medium over the top. The ink on this is amazing. It's not going to smear and smudge, especially on this larger scale. On the rice paper, it's a little easier to smear it if you do this over it too many times. If you're just going over, back and forth over with your top coat on the rice papers a couple times, you're fine. If you start going over 20, 30 times, you might get a little bleeding on some of those colors. The larger papers seem to be a little more steadfast with their inks. Okay, now I have a layer over there. You're like, it's all cloudy now. Don't worry, it dries clear. Don't panic. I'm gonna use my heat gun to speed up the process. You don't have to. You can let it dry on its own, okay? I'm 54. Ever heard about menopause when I was younger? I'm happy others talk about. Oh man, 8 days. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Dainty Shack, if you purchase multiple things, it's $9.21 up to 5 pounds of items. So you could get multiple papers, a couple things of paint, a top coat of brush, and probably still just not be over that $9.21. It should show you as you're purchasing things out of the buy now how much the shipping is before you actually click purchase. And if y'all need me to pin anything down below, if you're having a hard time finding anything, feel free. I can pin it down below so you don't have to search through the bin. If there's any greenery or floral that I usually have in there, but you don't see it today, I didn't put everything in, but I can easily add anything into that you want to grab today. If you are familiar with all of my stuff. Okay, so as this is drying, it is exposing a couple of little wrinkles. Again, I don't mind. I sure can. I don't mind the wrinkles, and I'll show you why. But it's not very wrinkly. If you guys have ever decoupaged with like a napkin or something before, you know how crazy it can get. Also, when you're using a heat gun, be careful. Because if you get to, oh no, did I sell out of it? The patina sold out too? You guys are insane. Okay. The Bee and Barn paper sold out today. Thank you guys so much. I ordered 10 of them. That's not enough. Next time I'll get 20 of everything. I will reorder this today. It should take less than 2 weeks for it to get to me. So sorry, you guys. I went from ordering like 5 of things to 10 of things. Now it's going to be like 15 or 20 of things. Now with the crystal clear liquid patina, I have one more left in the big size. I will pin that. I have 2 more products you can use, so don't panic. The name of the DIY olive green. Are we talking, what's up, Ginger? Are we talking the aviary? Or maybe you mean gypsy? Are you thinking gypsy? It's a little more olivey. Danky Shack, I appreciate you. I'm here every Thursday, so if it's not here by next Thursday, 2 Thursdays from now it will be. Pretty sure, yeah, gypsy. Sweet. Well, I don't think I finished my sentence. When you're using a heat gun, be careful. Don't melt your brushes or your cell phones or other things you have sitting around you. Okay, be careful. You want to use this on a cubby? Which one? The green or the Bee and Barn? Oh, the Bee and Barn. Gotcha, C. Mercer. I got you. I'll get more. I'll order 20 of the papers next time. Yeah, it does go quick. And I'm not trying to just be like, it's going to go quick. Get in there. It really will go quick. Okay, it's dry. Now, you can see Brie has a little wrinkle there, a little wrinkle here. We don't mind. I am going to let this cool down for just a second before I sand it because I don't want it to be tacky at all. Yes, when you purchase out of the bin, it will combine shipping. You'll pay $9.21 for up to 5 pounds of stuff. So the first item won't be $9.21. It'll be a few bucks. And then a couple more bucks. $9.21 clear up to 5 pounds. If you happen to go over 5 pounds of product, it will start over. It'll be in the same box, but it'll charge you a little more shipping, but it'll be incremental. It won't be a whole nother $9.21. It will combine it. Everything will come in one box for you. Okay, I'm gonna let this cool down a little bit. I'm not gonna sand this one down because I didn't love the wood tone underneath it. If you liked that, you could sand it down, expose a little bit of that wood grain. But today I'm gonna use wax instead to get a fun antique look. You wanted a gypsy? You guys, I'm gonna have to bump my quantities on things up so much. I love you. There's a gypsy in 16 ounce. This paint is shelf staple for years. 2-3 years, as long as you close your container tightly, it won't go bad. So feel free to order a larger size and just know you've got a couple of years to use it. Yes, we do need to seal it. So I put down first the liquid patina, and then I put a layer of liquid patina over it. The liquid patina just sold out, but you guys don't be sad because look, I have in the Sweet Pickens milk paint line, it's called matte top coat. It's going to dry just as matte as this. It's like the exact same consistency. DIY and Sweet Pickens products play very, very well together. So whenever I'm out of liquid patina, I just use the matte top coat to decoupage with. It is pinned down below here. This is just a 4-ounce size. It's a smaller size with a smaller price point. I also have it in a 16-ounce size if you want more. So there's the small one, and then I'll pin the larger one in just a second. Thank you guys for asking. So I'm going to let this cool before I sand the top of it, and we're going to go ahead and wax. DIY paint needs to be sealed, okay? The clay-based paint does not have a sealer in it. The Cottage Colors does, but we're not using Cottage Colors today. We're using the regular. So I'm going to grab my clear wax. You could also use like a liquid top coat to seal your paint up. I like wax because of the effect it gives. So I'm going to grab my clear and white wax. And I need to plug you guys back in. Oh, geez Louise, I forgot I unplugged it when we went on a little tour earlier. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. And again, with my waxes, I usually use tip brushes because I hate cleaning a wax brush. I do have brush cleaner available in the buy now section as well, though, if you want to use a nice brush and clean it when you're done. The golden ticket, I sure do. Thank you, Trinket Mouse. You're the real MVP today. It is so hard for me to keep up with the chat when I am doing this. Y'all follow Trinket Mouse. If you don't, I won't fight you. Golden ticket. Boo boo. This one's not shaken up, as you can see. All the gold's chilling at the bottom. Needs a little shake, a little stir. Golden ticket is another liquid patina. Same product. This is gold, but not clear. Okay. It will provide a sheen. If you want it to be a opaque gold, you'll probably need a few layers of that, depending on your project. Okay. Let me think here. Okay, that has cooled down, so I'm actually going to sand right now. Don't mind me. I'm crawling under tables and stuff. My craft room's not big enough. Just got to get some sandpaper over here. Be right back. I found it. What does the brush cleaner work on wax? Yes, it does. Wax and paint. Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. And it looks like this. Nice big container. How to use: wet your brush, lather on hard cake, work soap into brush, rinse. Okay, 240 grit sandpaper here. You want a very, very light grit, or you're going to scratch your paint, you're going to scratch your paper. Not going to be a good look, okay? I've got a 240 grit sandpaper. I got a little extra right here. I let this cool down completely. It's not tacky anymore either. That's very important. If it still feels tacky, don't sand over it yet, or it's just gonna like rip the paper. It needs to be dry, not tacky. Since there's a little extra here, I'm just gonna sand downwards on that edge, and this is gonna act like a knife and just cut that perfectly along the edge. See that? See what a crisp edge that gives us? I've also heard people like to use water to like cut the edge. I've never tried that method. If you have, let us know on the chat how it works. I think they use a paintbrush like right here and just kind of get that wet and then tear downwards. But I've never tried that method personally, so I'm not sure. I like how crisp the sandpaper gets it. I can't believe y'all sold me out of so many things today. You finished shopping for today. Risky method, I use sandpaper. See, I'm always afraid I'm going to rip it too much. And how sad would that be? Y'all are so amazing. Thank you so much for all the support on this. I told you we're bringing crafting back in 2026, and y'all understood the assignment. There we go. Nice and crisp around the edge now. Oh, missed a spot right there. It's actually easier to tell in the camera than holding it up. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to take the sandpaper, the spot that I kind of already used, which is even more dull now than a 240, and I'm just going to go over, make this a little more pliable. I'm just going to go over my image very lightly. I'm not pressing down hard. This is like the lightest pressure I can do. Sorry if that's an icky sound. I don't want to like get rid of the image. I just am going to smooth out those wrinkles a little bit and show you how they distress nicely. Maybe it looks now like somebody actually sat on this bench a few times or stood on it or put old plants on it, scuffed it up a little bit. Like we didn't just slap some decoupage paper on it. You don't have to do this either. You don't have to sand it. Sweet Pickens oil. What about it, C. Mercer? You need me to pin it or do I even have the oil wax in my bin yet? I don't know if I ever got that in. I have oil wax. I never put it in yet, but I do use it and I love it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 colors over here. I still haven't got in my bin, and the oil waxes and the hemp oil. Next Thursday, we're gonna use the milk paint. I will have the rest of those colors and the oil waxes in for you, and we can use it live. I'll show you. I also have YouTube videos of how to use it. I like using the oil wax over raw wood, but it works over the paint too. Okay, that's sanded down smooth. See, like, okay, there was a little wrinkle there. See how when I sanded over it, it kind of took the color off and gave us a little distressed bit. It's not like super, super distressed. Like right there, I did a little distressing. So just a little touch. If you wanted more distressing, go over it a little bit more. I just wanted a little bit. Now, I don't want to scratch this. I'm going to put down a paper towel so I don't scratch up the top. But I do love the oil wax. It's just another way to seal. It's runny and it takes a little longer to cure. You know what I mean? It's a little messier. I love wax, regular wax, but we'll use oil wax too. DIY clear wax is my hands down favorite sealer. You do need to seal your clay-based paint or it will just scratch right off of there. And nobody wants that. So I'm going to pin down below the 4 ounce in the clear wax. I also have it in this bigger 13.5 ounce size. So if you're going to be doing lots of projects, you guys might as well just grab the larger sizes, but it's completely up to you. So here's the clear wax. It looks a little yellow in the container. I promise you, dries completely clear. It is a thicker wax than you'll find at most places. It's not going to run all over the place, but it is a buttery smooth. It blends in beautifully. It is also VOC free, all natural. I've seen people use it as a chapstick in a pinch. Don't recommend it, but in a pinch, little cuticle cream in a pinch. Now, whenever I use my clear wax, I do. All right, Big Bug Herder, it was good to see you. Thanks for hanging out today. Come back see me Sunday, okay? I have antiques and vintage and all those quilts preloaded. Milk paint next week. I usually take my wax out. I put it on the top of my container or on like a paper plate or something. Because if you start dipping your paint into that clear wax, it will not be clear anymore. A little bit of my pigment will get onto my brush inevitably. And then I'm just going to apply one thin, even layer across all of my paint that's still exposed. You'll notice as I do this, the paint darkens back up. And you're like, what the heck, Brie? It will lighten back up as it dries. With that being said, as your project is drying, if you notice it starts to look a little uneven, don't panic. Okay, don't panic. Walk away, give it 24 hours. It will even itself out. Try to apply your wax in an even layer though. If you get it super, super thick in one spot and barely any in another spot, it inevitably is going to dry a little uneven. So you want to apply your wax evenly. This color will lighten back up just a little bit as it dries. And since I'm doing such a thin layer, it really should start to kind of dry as we're working. You'll be able to see what I mean. Now I'm gonna do my little like slap chop side to side. See how fast that is? And it keeps you from bunching too much of it up too. Slap chop, wasn't that like a veggie cutter or something? Infomercial from the 90s. These chip brushes do shed a little bit. That is one disadvantage to them. So be careful if you're using a liquid top coat and a chip brush, just be careful. Whenever I use a liquid top coat for my sealant, I use a nice brush, especially if I'm like going over a piece of furniture or something. So you don't get those bristles in your top coat. When you're using a wax, it doesn't matter. You can just brush them off of there. How would you use the chip brush to make something look distressed? I got you, Jess. You could do like a dry brush with it, right? You could also go in and trim these bristles down, like go in and straight down a little bit so they're different layers. And then when you apply your wax, it's going to be a lot streakier looking, more like a wood grain. Not streaky. Streaky is not the right word. You can use it to pounce. And since the bristles are so jagged and you use it to pounce, it's going to add a lot of texture. Dry brush would be probably the most popular. A dry brush is a lot like stenciling. You just get a teeny tiny bit of paint and you offload most of it. Then you'd use a very light touch over your details and it kind of just highlights the raised details. It would be a little harder to do a dry brush on this because it's all flat. It would be possible, but that's why I'm going to use the wax today. It'll appear kind of like a dry brush when we use the white wax over this dark paint. You'll see. Okay, once I get one even coat on here, I'm just going to use a paper towel and make sure everything's kind of blended in and there's no chunks of wax sitting anywhere. Handcrafted from home. Did I see you come back in here? Wait, that was Jess? I thought I saw Jasmine's picture say something else. Just kidding. Just kidding. Jasmine got the juniper color in the cottage colors and was sending us pictures of projects she did recently. Love getting y'all's pictures. Okay, so you can see already in certain spots, like where I started, it's already starting to dry up a little bit and lighten back up. So as your wax dries, especially on a darker color like this, don't freak out. Just let it dry. Don't add a bunch more. Don't. Just let it dry. Let it do its thing. I'm also going to do a little bit right here around the edge. Now, I could have taken just my white wax and gone over this weathered wood. The white wax would have sealed it, but it would have given a more intense effect with the white. The DIY paint is very porous. The clay-based paint is very, very porous. It will go and suck up that wax so fast. So if I'm doing a colored wax, I generally lay down a layer of the clear first, no matter what. It gives me a little more wiggle room, a little more play room with my colored wax. Lets me move it around. And here's the white wax. Now, my white wax has been open for a little while. Probably like 3 years, and look how beautiful it still is. Still a gorgeous consistency. I am going to take that and plop it right here on the top of my lid. Whoops. Geez, I just wasted a whole bunch. But you guys can also use like a paper towel or throw away. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. Getting it everywhere. Sometimes I work right off the back of my hand. If you warm it up on your hand like that, it smooths around a lot easier. So now on my chip brush, I'm not going to get too much wax. I'm literally going to work off my hand so I don't waste that and just get a little bit here. Then I'm going to use the light hand and start applying it. I'm going to kind of go all in one direction on this bottom piece so it looks like a wood grain. And this is kind of what you could do. You could do this with a white paint too, Jess. It's kind of what I was talking about, kind of like a dry brush. Okay, that's what it looks like just applying it. So you can see it kind of starting to look like some actual weathered wood. Now I'm going to take my paper towel. I'm just going to blend a little so it doesn't look so much like brush strokes. Just using a light hand and just kind of moving it around because we laid that clear down first. It's going to move around for me. Getting it all over because it's all over my hands. And then we can start building on that. We can add a little more. We could go the other way, the other direction. Oh yeah, let's do that and get like a crosshatch pattern going. Almost makes it look like a linen, in my opinion, when you do that. And because our DIY paint is thicker and has some texture, that white wax is going to grab it so beautifully. And now don't forget, that paint is still going to lighten up a little bit too. The contrast won't be quite so dark. See how here where the wax has started drying compared to where the wax is still pretty wet. The contrast is going to lighten up just a little bit. But I am obsessed with the way the white wax looks over the weathered wood. I'm going to go ahead and pin the white wax down below. I have it in a 4 and a 13.5 ounce size. I'll pin the small one. Just know the larger one is available. Pinned down below on the white wax. You can also use this over light colored paints and get a very French country finish. It's a big contrast over the darker colors, but I love it on the weathered wood. I wish I had a piece of barnwood over here because literally if you held an old piece of like fence board or barnwood up next to this, the resemblance is amazing. Oh my goodness, I got it all over my shirt, you guys. I knew better. I knew better. All right, now I'm just gonna kind of slap chop my legs a little bit too. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. And that really didn't take us very long. I mean, I'm yapping, so it takes a little longer. So we did weathered wood. Then we did DIY liquid patina. Then we did our Bee & Barn decoupage paper. Then we did a little more liquid patina over that. Then we did clear wax and now white wax. Check comments in just a second. I love it. It's so cute. Pin larger white wax. I got you. Pin down below on the 13.5 ounce. Oh, white wax. What do y'all think? Is it cute? Sally's so cute. Look at how that white wax grabs all the texture on the paint and the wood grain. I am obsessed. Obsessed. Now, if you're like, I mean, it's a little dark right there. Here's a fun trick for you. I mean, I don't really think that, but if you did think that, you can take a little bit more of your clear wax, put it over the spot you feel like is too dark, then take your clean paper towel and then wipe back and oh, look, you can erase that white wax a little bit. So that's why I like to put the clear down first. If I wouldn't have put that clear down first, I wouldn't have been able to do that as well. But just know there's a little wiggle room. Once it's cured and dried, you can't really go back and do that. So do it while it's still wet. So cute. Somebody was asking, oh wait, I didn't do the whole side. Look, no white wax on the edge there. White wax. All that texture it adds. None. So good. Somebody was asking about this stool. Do you guys want to purchase it? I will run it at $10 starting bid if y'all want it. And I will get the Bee & Barn restocked on the paper for you guys. Thank you for selling me out continuously. I will get 20 of them this time. What's up, Fire Finds? We did some crafting today. I was showing them some of my new decoupage papers. Couple of new decoupage papers. If you missed today's show, you can follow me Upcycled by Brie on YouTube and catch the replay. Now, I've been on for a couple hours, but you can fast forward through the replay as well to kind of hit the highlighted points you want to see. What I do with my other project. Here it is. I want to show you the other one real quick. In case you're just popping on. I got one more project today. It's a super quick transfer project, and then I'll let y'all get out of here. One more today. You get 3 from me. I'm glad I started a little early. Here is the other project we did today. We did a little stenciling on this book stack. It's a little willy-nilly. I'm going to secure it a little bit more before Sunday. Run the stool. I got you. I'm so crafty. So cute, right? So cute. I'm going to bring this on Sunday, but I'm going to do a little something different with the greenery I popped in there. I really want to find an orb that'll fit. I think one of my lemon beauties will be better. The lemon beauty. I'm having a harder time finding really good old books, though. So I thought that would be fun to show you guys how you can upcycle just some paperbacks. I got to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. I can feel it. I can feel it brewing. Thank you, Darlene. Darla Rose. All right, y'all. Last project today. Look at this. I'm so excited. I picked up all these little, I don't know if they're actually brass or brass toned frames at an estate clean out a while back. And they just have like little cardboard inserts and they don't have any glass. It was adorable. Thanks. When they sneak up on me and I don't know they're coming, they're not adorable. They're like, but if I know they're coming, I can kind of control it. I just used a little cottage color paint on this and a transfer, and I'm obsessed with this. Do y'all like this? Is this cute? We went from like this to this. So cute. So cute. The frame is amazing. Oh, and somebody wanted me to run to stool. Is that correct? I'll put the stool in real quick. I'm going to start it at 10. Anybody is welcome to bid. All right. Anybody is welcome to bid. Where'd I put it? Oh, jeez, you guys. Oh, jeez. Y'all. Oh, I put the picture on top of it. I need more coffee. Is the Rosa transfer? It is, and I will pin it for you in just a second. I got you. This is 9 inches diameter and about 8 inches tall. So really cute for the corner. Put it next to your little plant and stand. You put a little plant on it. You got the Milking Lady on the front. We did DIY weathered wood with a little white wax. There we go. There it is for $10. If anybody is interested. Thank you for the bids. I've been looking for some good little milking stools, like actual authentic ones out in the wild. They are expensive. I found a 3-legged milking stool. That was interesting. It was like a little kind of teeter-tottery situation. I tried it out at the antique store. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate you. It's coming to you, friend. I tried it out at the antique store and it worked fine. But then I got up, I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, what if I would have broke it and had to pay for it? Or what if it would have broken like, oh, that would have been horrible. All right, the roses that I just showed on that one is the Belle Epoque. Belle Epoque. Epoque. Hey, I sent you 2 messages about orders. Please answer. Okay, I got you, Jamie. What? Why are you yelling at me? All right, Belle Epoque. Pinned down below. Jamie, you don't even look familiar. Don't yell at me. Jamie. Jamie Brad? Jamie, I have no messages from you. Let me check my requests. All right, the Belle Époque is pinned down below. Oh, it was in my request file. Wow, you're not being very nice to me, friend. Freaking yelling at me. Sorry, it went to my requests. Okay, I'll check right into that for you, my friend. The mini American pies were sold individually, though, which it did say on the listing. But I'll check it right after the show. Thank you so much. I'm sorry it went to my message request and I didn't see it. So sorry. Okay, next time though, if you need to get my attention, just red chat me. I appreciate it. Thanks. Belle Epoque, flash sailing down below. Gorgeous yellow ones. And I used this on the juniper. So the juniper is sold out in the smaller size. I'm so sorry, but this is the cottage colors over the juniper. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I want to do one more with you guys, but we're going to use different colors. Cool. Sound good? I'm going to use Anvil, which is the black. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the Garden. What is it called? Secret Garden over it because I've already got some of this one open. But I'm going to do the same kind of thing, like cut a little bit of the flower out. I know, it happens. I got a raid. Thank you so much. Who raided us? Two raids. Ah, I'm sorry, PT Grace. I was reading a very important message. How was your show? When's your next one? Tell us all about it. Let's do one more paper ephemera giveaway. All right, running right now. Paper ephemera giveaway. If you like old paper, get in there. I love how when I turn on my car and you connect and Little Wayne starts playing at the same time. You know, universe just knows. So these little pieces didn't have any glass. They are kind of velvety on one side. So I'm going to put the velvety towards the back and we're just going to paint right over the cardboard. That's what I did on the last one. And since the cottage color has a built-in sealer, I feel like that's totally acceptable. DIY Paint has a specific line called the DIY Cottage Color. Oh my gosh, Cherry Bomb Vintage with the raid. Thanks so much for bringing your friends over. We're crafting today. How was your show? Tell us all about it. When are you on again? Did you have a good slumber? The DIY, everybody follow Cherry Bomb Vintage. And we got another raid, double rated. Oh my goodness. Bolivar's Vintage. Thank you so much for bringing your friends in. Bolivar. It's so hard for me to say. How was your show? Tell us all about it. We got triple rated. We also just got a raid from PT Grace, who's a newer seller, and they have vintage variety. Thursdays at 10. Cherry Bomb's on tomorrow. A big show Saturday. 3 days in a row? What's Saturday? Oh, do you have a raid train Saturday? Thank you, Boulevard. When is your next show? Tell us all about it. We're crafting today. Yeah, let me too. We're crafting today, but guess what? If you're not into crafting, bookmark Sunday show. Here is Sunday's lineup. All those quilts are preloaded. Amazing vintage and antique. So everybody just hopping in. We craft on Thursdays, but the rest of the week I sell vintage and antiques. You're on again Sunday. Vintage decor galore. I love it. Okay. It's been a good day. You guys missed a lot of stuff. We did all the crafting today, but we got one more project. I'm going to use the DIY Cottage Color. When we use the regular DIY paint, we needed to seal it. We needed to put the wax over it. Maybe we needed to scuff sand or whatever before. Generally, I don't. But with the DIY Cottage Color, it has a built-in primer. It has a built-in sealer. It's one step and you're done. Okay? So if you're not into the waxing, you just want something simple. You're not into all the distressing. Boom, Cottage Colors is your jam. If you type in Cottage Color in the shop section, only the Cottage Colors will pop up. I think I have like 7 or 8 available. There's not as many choices. This is Anvil. This is a true black. When I am using the Cottage Color, I only use my Klingon brushes since they have the built-in sealer. I don't use my DIY brushes with a built-in sealer because they're a lot more delicate. And again, pour your paint out into another container. Okay. Don't do as I do, do as I say. It is going to be a little bit thinner. You see, it's not as thick as that DIY paint. And you know what? I should stir it. Since it has the built-in top coat, you should stir it. Please hold. I like to use my kitchen knife. If you live with other humans, maybe don't. You know, just out of respect for them. If you live alone, do whatever you want. So it's gonna come off of there. You really, really do need to make sure you're stirring up your DIY paint and your cottage color paint. Stir, stir, stir. Mix them up first. And now we're just gonna do one nice even layer on here. And I am gonna get black paint all over the velvet, which I don't want. So I'm gonna do this. Boop. Now this is just the cardboard. You guys could cut out another piece of matting or thin plywood or whatever that thin wood is to put into your frames instead of just this backer. But I painted right on the backer on that other one and it was cute. So I have a couple of these frames that don't have anything in them that I can sell if you guys want to do your own projects too. Oh, the black background is going to be so good. Since this has a top coat built into it, when you are drying it, you have to be very, very careful. Plastic spoons is a good choice. You have to be very careful when you are drying the cottage colors with the built-in top coat because that top coat will bubble if you get it too hot. So keep your heat gun or your hair dryer moving if you're going to do this. You can also just let it dry on its own. Isn't enough paint in the container to do a small dresser. Mary, if you want to do a dresser, I'd have them in a larger size. I would get the pint if you're going to do a dresser. What color were you looking at? And I'd be happy to pin it for you. Were you liking the anvil? I also have the cottage colors in gray, tan, a couple of different blues, and a baby pink. And a beautiful green. This juniper green too. There's fancy eating silverware and leasing cheap stuff like that. I know, right? Jilly, so here's the thing. I bought new silverware recently. Like, I bought some when I moved in here 3 years ago, and then I was running low on forks. It always happens, right? So I was like, let me just order another set, and then I'll have two sets. Oops, that's the wrong paint. Damn it, Brie. I'll have 2 sets of silverware. I'll never run out. Well, now all of a sudden, I have a million spoons and a million knives, but still hardly any forks. And you know what? I think my freaking teenage daughter is throwing them away. Because I'm not doing it. Nobody else lives here. I'm going to beat her. I'm going to ask her next time she's here, face to face. Be like, bro, you been throwing away my forks? She can't lie. She's a terrible liar. She realized that when she was younger, so now she doesn't even try. She's a terrible liar. So bad. And I remember being a teenager and like leaving the house with Tupperware and my mom being like, don't take my fork. And I'm down. Ah. And you know what? I'd throw it away. I'd chuck it. I'd get rid of it. And now I'm like, okay, I get it. I used to also walk out of the house and I was such a brat, throw my empty pop cans into the bushes. And then guess what? Years later, I bought her house and we cut those bushes down. And guess what? I had to pick up the can. There were still cans there. So you're welcome, Mom. Or you got me back or whatever. Joke's on me. Full circle. Y'all. Okay, so again, this is cottage color paint, one step paint. Did so and so ask me about the dresser or answer me about the dresser? What color were you want? And I can pin the paint for you. I don't think if you're gonna do a dresser that this is gonna be enough. Maybe a small side table, but I would say grab a pint. I know, right? I'm freaking dead. Paint all over me. I'm a messy painter. Now, real quick, before I put the transfers on, actually, I'll put the transfers on and then I'll hold up and show you what transfers I have available today. I'll be ordering more new styles of transfers as well. So this is the Secret Garden. A transfer is essentially like a sticker for grown-ups. It's a sticky image. It's on a plastic piece. It has a paper backing. You take it off the paper backing, you put it on your project, and it transfers onto your project. I was thinking, oh, there's butterflies on here. I think it's too wide. Yeah, it's just a little too wide. I was thinking I would use an edge of this white flower And then maybe we'll put a butterfly on the other one. Okay, so when I'm doing this, I usually use a Sharpie as well. And then I just kind of put my little oval piece over the transfer part that I want to use. So if I want this piece on my image, like it's coming off from the edge, I'm just going to place this here and then kind of draw around my side here. That way I know where to cut. Boop, just like that. I love transfers too. They're very user friendly. Now, a lot of times when you're using a transfer, you'll want to seal your paint if you're using a regular DIY paint. We did this a couple weeks ago here. I had a milk paint fail with a transfer. We fixed it. It was no big deal. It's just crafting, y'all. But normally you'll want to put down a top coat and put your transfer on a top coat, not directly onto a clay-based paint. But because we're using cottage color, because it has that built-in sealer, we don't have to worry about it this time. It's got a built-in sealer. We're good to go. I've got my little piece of transfer here that I want to use. I'm going to take it off the paper backing. Now it's on the plastic. Doesn't matter about the Sharpie because that plastic's going to be gone. And I'm just going to line it up. If y'all can't see what I'm doing, you can swipe comments out of the way and you can zoom by pinching. I'm just going to line it up here where I want it. This is going to go on this side of the frame and put it right here. Okay. Press it down. And then I'm going to use a transfer stick or a rubbing stick, as I like to call them. One comes included with every transfer you buy. And then we're just going to start rubbing this image down. As I do that, you can see this little edge right here starts to get darker than where it's not rubbed down, and that means it's sticking. That's a good thing. If you do this over a regular clay-based paint that does not have a top coat, it's a little harder to get it to stick. It'll work. Trust me, I've done it a million times. It takes a little more effort. If you just painted your piece, please let it dry for a while if you're not going to put a top coat down. A transfer does not like to stick to wet paint. Even if it feels dry to the touch, let it dry for like 24 hours probably if you're not going to put a top coat down. Okay, so we've rubbed that down. Now I'm just going to start lifting up the edge, making sure my transfer has stuck. If it hasn't all the way, we just go back over it a little bit. Once the edge is down, the rest of it's pretty easy peasy. Then I'm going to start lifting my plastic and kind of rubbing simultaneously as I go, just to make sure everything sticks. I like to peel it up from not the edge, if that makes sense, rather than from the edge, if possible. It's not always possible, but if so, then that's the way I do it. And then I just kind of rub and lift as I go here. We pop it off, and it is transferred. I got one little air bubble in here. I'm going to show you how to fix that. It's not hard. I think I have a pin over here. So I got one little air bubble in it, right? I don't even know if you guys can even see it. Right here is a little tiny pocket of air under there. I'm not even sure exactly how I did that. It happens, and it's no big deal. I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm just going to go boop and pop it, and then rub it right back down. Look, air bubble gone. Okay, so don't freak out. Don't keep pressing really hard. Take a little pin, get that air out, and then rub it down. I think that's the first time I've ever had an air bubble while I did a live transfer. And then, boop, it's on there. Just like that. I think I might have got a little white wax on that paint. My hands are dirty. Wash your hands between projects. Okay, so that's that side. And then on the other side, I think I'm going to use this butterfly. What if we did the butterfly facing down and a little bit of this floral coming up from the bottom? You guys can mix and match these transfers too. There's a little bit from this one, a little bit from that one. Okay, so I want a little bit of this flower too to look like the butterfly's about to land on it. So I just traced my curve of my frame right there where I want it. We're gonna cut that out. And again, doesn't matter on the Sharpie on this one because it's just that piece of plastic that we're gonna throw away. It's not gonna show. Okay, we're gonna put the flowers on the bottom. Oh shoot, I threw the wrong side. No! I got it, I saved it. No, yeeted the wrong edge. Line it up to our curve. Y'all see that? That's almost bad. If your transfer sticks to the table, it's not going to come back up. Be careful. And then after I finish this little framed projects, I'm going to pin and show you the transfers I have available. And that's it for today. You guys can go on about your lives. We've been on for 2.5 hours, crafting our little hearts out. 3 projects, 2.5 hours. I'm pretty proud of us. I did pretty good today. Oh, and here, I'll pin the transfer I'm using right now. This is the Secret Garden. Pinned down below. You don't want to go. Sorry. You know, I've been seeing more people just go live and doing like absolutely nothing, but like shipping and hanging out. We should all just start going live and like cook dinner with each other. I should probably do that on another platform, right? So I don't mess up my algorithm, like TikTok or something. And I did put this on like right after I painted. Technically, even though it's got the built-in top coat, probably should have waited like a couple hours or something. It works. It is just a little bit trickier. You'll notice between letting your paint dry overnight and then like putting a transfer on right away, it's a lot easier. But it works. It works in a pinch. Like it. Okay. Got little flowers down here in the corner now. That's so pretty popping off that black. Like a little extra piece of transfer hanging off the edge right there. You see it? I'm gonna do that same sandpaper trick. Clean up that edge. So good popping off that black. Okay. And then I'm gonna take this little butterfly. Wait a minute. What if I did? That one looks like it's about to land. Be too busy. I'm not doing it. I didn't even tell you guys. I'm going to use a different butterfly there, and I'm going to layer this butterfly over this rose. Did you guys know you could layer your transfers? If you didn't know, now you know. They stick to each other very nicely. Generally. Generally, they do. Come on, wing. There it goes. Put a number 1 in the chat if you have been crafting since before you were on Whatnot. Whether you sell or you're just a buyer, I don't care. But number 1 in the chat. If you've wow, that was a lot of ones really fast. I got crafty friends. Okay, so there we go. We can layer the stencils or the transfers. You guys know what I mean. And then there's this little tiny butterfly over here that looks like he's gonna land on this flower. So we're gonna fill him up or fill up the blank space with him. Oh, huh. That's actually a transfer too. I thought it was just advertising. One, but I got better after Whatnot. I love that answer. I love it. There are some very crafty friends here on this app. Crafty. Follow me on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I don't do a lot on TikTok or Pinterest, but I do have those 2 platforms as well. I do post like projects and stuff on Pinterest. I really should use it better. I used it a lot more back in the day when I did more crafting. But I really feel like Pinterest is a underrated social media platform. That's where I find a lot of my crafty friends. Okay, the butterfly's on. If you wanted to, you could put another top coat over this and make it like a little shinier, maybe like the big top, to make it look like it had a piece of glass, since it has a little bit of a sheen, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna leave it. It's just in a frame. Nobody's gonna be messing with it. Here's a little butterfly on deer. Now, there's really, you just pop these in here. There's no glass. There's no anything else to put in there. It's just the backer, basically. But they sit in there really nicely. They fit in snugly with the little prongs that are built in. It's just like, why not? If you guys wanted to switch them out, change them up someday, you totally could. It'd be easy. Wait, it's upside down. There she be. Okay, y'all let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings because I made both of them. Do we like the yellow and green or the black and white better? Oh man, they're both good. They're both good. You're so welcome. Like the black, like the pop of the black? Both. It's a good answer. Both. Oh, you guys are so good to me. All right. Let's talk transfers real quick. So the one I just used is the Secret Garden. It is pinned down below. When you click the picture of those, you can see it's 3 pages on the Secret Garden. 3 sheets there, 6 by 12 size, and you can see all that information in the listings. The Belle Epoque, Epoque. I think it's a poke. Somebody told me last time, and I was like making it way too complicated. I think it's Epoque. Epoch. I don't remember. Is pinned down below. That's the yellow roses. Now, I used the yellow over the cottage colors in juniper. I only have juniper, that green, left in the big size, but if anybody wants me to pin that, I got you. I know I like the yellow and green too. They're both good. They're both good. And as far as other transfers go today, I don't have too many, but I'm just going to hold them up and pin them for you. So it won't take us too long, but I want you to see. Look at this mess we've made. Who's going to clean this up? Okay, pinned down below is our Redesign with Prima Luxe transfers and Romance in Fleur. This is a very interesting transfer. It is almost like a rubbery feel. You can put them over your candles, your tumblers, glass containers or jars, and you don't have to seal over the Luxe transfers. You can wipe over them with Windex. You could use a little wet rag to dust it off, clean it off, and that transfer is not going anywhere. And that is only in the Luxe brand. Do they have kind of that rubbery feel? It's almost raised a little bit too. You have all of these beautiful designs, including the horse, the chicken, and then all of the very, very French country words. This is a very small scale stencil for just smaller projects. Stencil, whatever. I've sold decoupage paper stencils and transfers today. You guys know what I mean. Marmalade crocks would look so cute. So cute. Secret Garden is what we just used. I showed and pinned that one already. Garden Whimsy. Do I actually have this one left in stock? You know what? I have an extra Garden Whimsy here. It says 0 in my inventory. I'm about to put it back in. This is more of like a kind of spring Eastery one, but it's so pretty. And there's definitely designs here you could use like spring and summertime, or you could just snag this one and save it for next spring. I'm going to go ahead and mark it down. It was 18. I'm going to mark it down to 14 for you since it's kind of a seasonal one. I can wiggle a little bit with my Prima products. I can't with my DIY and my Sweet Pickins. It's just a retailer rule, and I want to make sure that I'm being fair to all my other retailers. But with the Prima, I got a little wiggle room, a little bit. Garden Whimsy. Oops. Oh, hold on a second. Shows. Oh, my poor brain. Y'all. My poor brain. That's why I do go through before every single show and like try to make sure all of this is freaking set because once I'm live, my poor brain. Okay, Garden Whimsy. I did narc. I narked $4 off there for you. Knocked $4 off of there for you since it's a little more seasonal. I sound like an English lady spilling the tea. Look at the little chicks, little angry chicks on there. Thank you so much, Kim. You're gonna love that one. Save it up for next year, or you know what? There's no rules in crafting. Use it right now. I'm gonna put that over there because when I go to ship it, I'm gonna be like, where the heck is that one? All right, Blush Blossoms. This is a beautiful transfer. It is pinned down below. This is 3 sheets that are 8.5 by 11. So you get a little more transfer here, little higher price point, but there's more to work with. You have some that are very, very tight knit. That would be like frameable or to put on a piece of furniture. And then you have some that have a little more space in between. If you want to do some smaller scale projects, maybe just use them in the corner, use them in some frames. But you can see when they're that condensed like that, how beautiful they look stuck onto furniture too. Love, love, love. That is Blush Blossoms. I have a lot of pink florals this time. When I order again later today, I'm going to place all my crafting orders. I'm going to look for like some animals, maybe some more signage, some words. You can't remember what you have? Heart and home. A lot of the ones I'm showing I've had. I don't have any new designs today. But here's the thing. Even if you order a double, you're going to end up using it. You already know. Pinned down below is Quiet Contemplation. Another 8.5 by 11. I know. I love fonts too and advertising, Brie. It's my jam. So when I order new stencils and transfers, I'm going to look for that. And then there's another decoupage line I've been looking at that's a little more industrial, not so shabby. I think I'm going to pick up a whole nother line. Will I get more of the Easter one? Haley, it's possible. I don't know if it's available right now, or if it's a more seasonal thing or if it's sold out, but I will definitely try. With the transfers, I can order just 1 or 2 of things. I don't have to order like a quantity. It's just a certain like price point I have to hit. So if they have them, I'll snag you 1 or 2. You learn so much. Yay. Betty, do you follow me on YouTube yet? If not, be sure to do so. I have over 500 videos over there. If you guys miss me later and you just like, man, I want some more Brie crafting, shopping, styling, staging, follow me on YouTube too. All right, I'll do the industrial. I'll keep a lookout. You're awesome. Thank you, Haley. Now, Haley, I will say, I have, if you're interested, and no pressure, I have a little bit of it that I have used some of. I've got a few extra pieces left. I'd run these at like $5 for all of this that's left, that I can run today. But you're welcome to just wait too. And that goes for anybody. Sure, why not? Okay, let me show you what I got. And anybody can bid on this, just so you know. Everybody's welcome to bid. I'm just going to throw this in a $5 auction. It looks like I cut the wagon out. So the girl is pushing nothing now. Got a little table with a carrot on it. Got some of the eggs. You got a bunny there. And then you have some of the bigger pieces left on this one with the bunnies and the eggs. So again, this is not a full transfer. This is just sections of it. I'm going to start it at 5. Anybody's welcome to bid. Let me edit my listing real quick. And again, no pressure. If you change your mind or you're not interested, you're not going to hurt my feelings any. Let me take the weight way down on that. It's not going to be a pound, that's for sure. All right, there you go. The rest of that transfer is a run-in for anybody who's interested. No pressure. I will try to order more of these. I don't know if they sold out in the spring. I'm not sure, but I'll do what I can. I'll do my very best. Thank you for the bids. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I have a couple other transfers down here I can run like this too. If you want. Soulfully Creative, auction number 2. Thank you so much. And I will make sure this all goes in a little cardboard mailer nicely so it doesn't get messed up in transit. Appreciate you so much. Quiet Contemplation is what we had pinned down below. I feel like this is a highly underrated one in the Brie transfer world. But I get it. I get it. Let me pin it down below. Again, it is like all neutrals, you guys. Where's a good source of tins to repurpose? Girl, your local garage sales and the Christmas pile. I bet there's 50. If you go to the thrift store, go down the metal aisle or the kitchen aisle, look on the bottom shelf. I bet you there's at least a few. I bet so. Quiet Contemplation is a very neutral tone one, very wispy. It kind of reminds me of that new Little Luna greenery I got. And then we've got the neutral butterflies all over. Look at this with the black paint. They distressed it back to wood and then made that Quiet Contemplation kind of grow up the side. I'm obsessed. That is pinned down below. You picked up a few yesterday at the thrift store. There we go. And they're cheap there too. Creamy Blush Blossoms pinned down below. So Creamy Blush Blossoms is another pink kind of rosy, but it's not so condensed. You have a little more climbing, a little more trailing. These would be great to frame out as well. They did bundle it up on the front of a piece of furniture here. Works very nicely. But then also a good one to cut smaller sections out of and not end up wasting a lot of your transfer. Really, really pretty details on that one. I got a lot of pink flowers last time. We'll branch out a little bit next time. Blushing Blossoms, and they all have the word blossom in the name. Blushing Blossoms. Oh, Blushing Blooms. Blushing Blooms. I have 2 of these left, pinned down below. This is a smaller one at a smaller price point there. Got 6 by 12, 3 sheets on this one. But look at the detail in these peonies. Obsessed. They look like they're hand painted to me. Got some clusters here, which I love. What's up, Jen? You got some clusters. You got some little pieces. Jen, I was thinking about you yesterday. I love you. And then I have some Gilded Spring left. Now, of course, these are spring, but you know what I can do? Instead of 13, whoa, wait, maybe I already marked them down. I think I already marked this one down. Yeah, I did. So instead of your normal price point on these, I will pin these at $13. So this is an Easter one. It's the Gilded Spring, and this is a water transfer. It works like a temporary tattoo. So you put your transfer down, you wet the back of it with either a sponge or like a damp paper towel, and then it transfers over. These look so good on your plain white dishes. We used these on one craft show, and it is a little out of season, so I did mark it down for you. That is the Gilded Spring. And then I also have one more gold one. It's called the Golden Serenade. It is pinned down below. This is not a water transfer. This is like a regular transfer, but it's the gold gilding on the image. So it all looks like a solid gold sheet here. After you transfer it over, you get like the outline of the birds. Absolutely obsessed with this. We used this one over a piece of glass and it was gorgeous. Look at it on here next to that like jade colored paint. So stunning. And again, you can piece these together, make them trail, cut little sections of them off, and build them however you want. Lots of options there. I think that's it. I had one more rose one that was like the yellow roses. I don't see it now. It might have sold out. I think it's sold out. Okay. So that's all the transfers I have in stock. I'm going to try to get some more words, some more animals. If you guys have any requests as far as transfers go, drop them down below. Let's do one more ephemera giveaway. And have a little community time. If you guys are sellers here on the app, feel free to drop your shows down below, whether you sell antiques, whether you craft, whatevs. Maybe you're a crafter, but you don't sell here on Whatnot, but you have a YouTube channel or a Facebook or an Instagram or something. Tell us all the stuff down below. Let's have a little community time. And then while we do this, I have a couple of more transfers that I've used some of. I'm just going to run at a discounted rate because I am really only using my craft supplies with you guys right now. And I don't want them to sit back here and get ruined, since they are transfers. Christmas in July, let's go. I feel like mine's going to be late and y'all are going to be all Christmased out, but we don't get Christmased out. It's not an actual thing. It's fine. Okay, here is this much of the roses left. So there were 3 sheets of this total. We're down to like a sheet and a half. I'm just going to run this at $5 at a reduced auction rate, and you get what's left here. And if nobody wants them, that's totally fine. I don't want them to sit back here and get ruined while I'm not using them. So here's a little bit of the Belle Piquet. Maybe you just want to try a little bit of a transfer out. You don't want to commit to the whole price of everything right now. I will put these in a nice cardboard mailer. They'll get to you safely. I promise. More of the gold frames. Oh, I do antique haul if you want some. Where did I put them? You want them? I have one right here. I have two left. Paula, thank you so much. Good grab. Big, beautiful vintage items tonight. Oh, snap. We love big, beautiful vintage. All right, here we go. I'll run these at 10 because they are vintage. Double brass toned. I don't know if they're actually brass. My magnet does not stick to them. Just FYI. And they do not have glass, but their backers fit in snugly. They don't fall out. Okay, so if you want to do what I did, great. If you want to add a little different backer, that's fine too. And a quick measurement on these. Everybody is welcome to bid on these. It is 6.5 inches wide. They are 5.5 inches tall. Their inside little frame piece is going to be about 2.5 by 3.5 for the actual, like, where the picture would go. And I'll check comments again here in just a second. All right, $10 on that first one. I only have 2 of these. Do you guys want me to run the ones that I painted into? I will also start those at 10 with the stuff already in them. And you could paint over them or switch them out or whatever if you wanted as well. Friday 907, Vintage Variety, Fairy Lamps, Plates, Wood, Waterford Toasting Flute. What the heck is a toasting flute? Jen, thank you so much. Number 4 is yours. Let me grab a number on this just so you get the exact ones you're bidding on. Number 4. Thank you, hon. Great grab. Here is another one. Where's the other little backer for it, though? Hold on one second. Keep sharing those shows. We'll do one more giveaway before we get out of here, too. Paper ephemera today. Sunday, I'll have more mystery bag giveaways loaded up. We'll do buyer's givey on Sunday. Give me just one second. Let me get the backer for this other one. Oh, you guys. I'm getting old and I'm sore. Been working out again. I've been lifting the weights. I've been doing the physical therapy. I've been back to class. But your girl is tired and sore. It's probably why I've been so tired, honestly. I've been trying to up my protein, but boy. Okay, this one has just a little kind of rip in the bottom of that velvet there. And not like a rip, but the velvet's kind of missing right there. The front of them look good. Just plain cardboard. Got another one for you. I'm running right now. This is the last naked one I have. I have the 2 that I did the projects in I can run as well. From the Millennial 2000 Stunning for Weddings. What? Oh, you're telling me what a Waterford toasty. Oh, and getting married is like trending right now. All the Lenox Swans. And it's like, do we actually want the weddings, ladies, or do we just want to decorate for them? Because you could just decorate your house. You can put Lenox Swans wherever you want. I'm out on marriage, but they would be beautiful for somebody, right? Yeah. No hate. If you're getting married this year, you got married. If you love your spouse, congratulations. Okay, this one's in good condition on the back. I might have got a little green paint right there. My bad. But I used the Juniper and the Belle Epoque transfer in this one. I'm going to start it at the same price, and it's already DIY'd for you guys. Crazy. Congrats on the ephemera. We'll do one more of those in just a second. Feel free to continue sharing your shows. $10, even though I upcycled this one, same price. And if you guys wanted to, you can paint over my thing. I won't be sad. Just don't tell me about it, or I might. That's okay. You know what I'm waiting for? I don't know what's going to happen since I moved from when I used to do more of my crafting, but wouldn't it be funny if I went to the thrift store and saw one of my old projects? Jen, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Coming to you. Let me put a number on it, even though it has the flowers. That's number 6. I know it's probably happened to some of us. I had it happen at a flea market. Oh yeah, when I went to the antique store here in Independence, one of my chairs was there, my folding chair that I put the JRV sheep on. I forgot about that. I walked into one of my favorite antique stores, and right by the front door was a chair that I redid years ago in a whole different city. I forgot about that. It was a metal folding chair, the JRV sheep decoupage paper that they don't make anymore. It was there for a couple of visits too, but it finally did sell, or they got rid of it. It's fine. Okay, last frame that I have, I put the Secret Garden, and we used the DIY Anvil cottage color on this one. This is the last frame I got, y'all. Last auction today. Thanks so much for hanging out. That was fun. There it goes. Upcycled by Bree. And now I'm about to go sourcing. There's no estate sales this weekend, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to get real creative. Oh, you guys want to see what I got yesterday before we go? I just want to hang out. Oh, I got you. Yep. I got one right there. Thank you so much, Kim. Appreciate you. So much fun. I'm so glad you had fun. I'm so glad. Let me put a number on this. Thanks for hanging out. We're just going to do a real quick giveaway of Ephemera, and then I'm going to show you Sunday's show. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what I found yesterday, and then I'll let y'all get out of here, okay? I'll show you, and then I'll let you go. Who's going to clean up this mess? I should do a before and after over here. Before my crafting show and after my crafting show. If anybody wants to see any other colors up close or has questions about any other products, you got a couple more minutes to shout them out at me. Thank you, Jen. I had fun. We had a good time. Oh, I finished this from last time too. That corbel. And that's the Belle Epique or whatever transferred to. So cute. Stay. Okay. Here we go. Give you a little sneaky peeky of Sunday. Oh my goodness, Tarnished and Timeless. Thank you so much for the raid. We were just about to get out of here, but I'm giving a sneak peek of Sunday. So if what you see in front of your face is your jam, bookmark Sunday show. All of those quilts are preloaded. My stencils aren't going to be part of it. I have quilting pieces. I have some quilted drawers. Those black cubbies are preloaded. That rusty, crusty bird cage is preloaded. And then I will preload those little mini printer trays before Sunday as well. Okay. Here is Sunday's show. It's a very interesting mix. I went to thrift stores, estate sales, flea markets, all over the place for Sunday's show. So it's going to be a fun mix for sure. And then let's see what I picked up yesterday because I honestly don't even remember. I don't think I'll make this will be like next Sunday because I have no room left on those shelves. Oh, look, I got all these black frames for crafting. I wanted to use some of my chicken wire on these somehow, some way. We're going to figure that out. Maybe we'll do some milk paint on these and chicken wire next week. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I got an urn. Oh, look at these. Look at these little light cages. Aren't they different? They're like rectangle shape at the bottom. Obsessed. I picked up a few of those to make little vignettes out of. Some spools. Oh, I found brass horses. 2 of them. Love those. Love the patina. Some ephemera. Some of the little baby mini bowling pins that everybody obsesses over. What do they call these? Not shuttles. I can't remember. It was on the tag. Scoop. Oh, a pure lard tin. Oh, Skittles. Scuttle, Skittle. Whatever. I was close. Oh, look at these. Aren't these fun ephemera tags? Albright Galvanizing Company. Like your galvanized buckets and stuff. How fun would it be to put these in a fire frog next to them? I got a bunch of those, so I'll probably do some for giveaways too. What is this? Christmas ephemera for my Christmas show. More books. Oh, I got a real Doble. Pickings have been a little slim, Heart and Home. I'm not going to lie. I've been working my butt off to source good stuff for y'all. I've had to go all over. Estate sales have been kind of hit or miss around here. The flea market wasn't quite as busy as I thought, but it's all right. I'm not scared. Look at this display. I don't even know what I'm going to put in here yet, but I'm obsessed. I don't even know. Little leather libraries. I don't know. I'm going to fill it with something delicious. It'd be fun. Just fill the tomato pin cushions. I don't know. We're gonna do something good. I got this rusty, crusty grater. This little bench. Y'all have been obsessed over the little benches lately. So good. Ooh, this is fun with the hardware cloth in it, right? A little shelf. It's got some hooks on the bottom. Somebody's grandpa probably made that. I figured maybe we can milk paint it up. Oh, put a piece of wood behind it. Yeah, that would work too. And you could even put little wood squares in the bottom. Also smart. It's a hanging one. Keep that. We'll see. We'll see. This thrift store was 50% off of everything, and everything was like nothing anyway. So I grabbed some good random things to style up. Look at that. I think it's for like a bird feeder, DIY bird feeder. I don't know. I thought it was really cute. We're going to do something good with it. Yeah, I got a chicken feeder for your chickens. I thought marbles would be fun in that. Like to display your marbles, and then your little heathen grandchildren could snag a couple out of the bottom. Ah, look, somebody used these probably for their wedding. It's a bunch of inkwells, and there's rocks in them. Thanks. It was a good day. There's rocks in them. And they were like nothing. They were very, very cheap. I was like, heck yeah. And the rocks are not glued in, so I'm just gonna take the rocks out. I bet that one glows. I just got a bunch of good quill pins in, so that was great timing. A little piece of copper. I haven't been finding anything for copper lately. I was happy to find that. Oh, I got this. It's not super old, but I love it. It's a rusty, crusty metal riser. Chicken wire. Oh, and this little prim hanger thing. Dang. Trinket Mouse. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. Little prim holder I thought was really cute. Ah, I got a masher. You live there now? Oh, look. It's like it was meant to be. Just want to eat it. So good. Okay. So good. Sorry, you guys can't have that one. Oh, look, I found these tiny little wooden and metal little patio freaking stools and benches and chairs. I have issues. It's fine. Look, I've been getting ephemera. Been trying, even though it's getting all damaged down there. Uh-huh. What's in here? I don't even know. Thank you for the raid, Lydia J. Vintage. I'm just showing them some of the stuff I got yesterday. Let me run one more giveaway. I swear we're leaving. And I swear. How was your show? What do you sell? Tell us all about it. Oh, I got this. This made me so happy. And these are never for sale at the antique stores, at the thrift stores, anywhere. They're always NFS. I love this one so much. I got this cutting board. Isn't this unique? With the little legs on it. It's got some good patina. Thought that would make a great little riser or cutting board. Ooh, I have some really fun old hooks that I'm going to screw into this. Windows killing the vibe. I got windows everywhere. Old hooks I'm going to screw into this and make a little coat rack out of for you all. Mm-hmm. Better? Maybe? What's in here? I don't even know. I tell them not to wrap things and they never listen. Oh, I tell them it all pen cushion. Like, why did you wrap them? So I wouldn't stab myself. It's actually really nice. Thank you, is what I meant. Wood candlesticks. Literally, y'all. I went like 5-6 places yesterday, and this is all I got. So these need a bath, but whenever I can find the yellow crocs, I always pick them up. They just need a really good bath. Yeah, it is a well-loved one. I have a couple more, and I need to add to my cloche. Okay, we're almost done. Get in the giveaway. Share your shows if you haven't. One more scoop. This will be next Sunday's show. Maybe some Tuesday stuff too. This little flower frog top. I love that. Yes, she does. Well, I'm not selling that one, so don't tag. I have my own collection. I have this little urn thing and then a fabric tape measure. Ooh, and these will be on Tuesday. Look at these. I get so excited. We just have show and tell. New tobacco cards. We got some birds. We got some bigger ones. We got some more birds. And we got dogs. And oh no, we got that man with his pig. Look at these. I'm obsessed. Birds are your jam. These are Dereski, the Aristocat of cigarettes. And these are all like real images of animals and people and all the puppies and stuff. There's a cat. Yeah, look at this cat. You're doing your first show soon. Yay! Ceramic animals. We love that. We love ceramic animals. That's me. That's me. That was me on Sunday. All right, I'll have cigarette cards on Tuesday. Okay, y'all. That was fun. We did it. Show Maisie? I will. And then I still need to style these up. I'm going to pull some of these flower frogs for y'all on Sunday. And then I'm going to put the rest of my flower frogs in here. I thought I might go live one of these nights and do this with you guys. And we could just like hang out, have community time, and you guys can watch me style. We'll see. We'll see. Because I got all my frogs over here. And they just, they need their own room. And then we got this that's going to go there. That's my Reese's from last night. Don't judge me. I only ate one of them, okay? I only ate one. We'll just put those there and they'll get in there eventually. All right. Thanks for hanging out today, y'all. I don't even know who we're going to raid. Y'all stare at this cute dog. I'm going to find somebody to raid real quick. And then I'll pull this giveaway. Some serious self-control. What is Trinket Mouse? Oh, the Reese's? I do my best. It was the big cup. It was the big cup, so it was enough. Bam, bam. Oh man, I don't know any of these people. Who the heck's Good Golly Vintage? Let's go see Good Golly Vintage. I don't know. Oh, Small Town's on. We can go see Small Town. Let's go see Small Town. I know who she is. Maisie is shedding if anybody wants to come brush her. Oh, I'm sorry. That was rude. That was rude. All right, y'all. Bookmark Sunday show. That's when I'm on again, okay? 9 a.m. Central. Don't miss out. Quilts are preloaded. We're going to go see Small Town Crafty Chick. She's a super sweet, supportive seller here on this app. When we get over there, drop black hearts in the chat. She's over it. And I will see. She's 20. She'll be 21 in October. I will see y'all on Sunday for all of this goodness, okay? We'll go see Small Town. Thank you for all of the support and the love today. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about your products after you receive them, you need some ideas or tips or tricks, feel free to message me. Okay. Let's go see Small Town. Black Hearts in the chat when we get there. Oh, we're gonna join a raid train. So be sweet. Don't be crazy. Okay. And stay on the train that we raid into. Alicia, congrats on the giveaway. All right, y'all. I'll see you Sunday. I love you. Thank you so much. Bye now. I'm going to go sourcing. Follow me on Instagram for sneak peeks today. Goodbye. Thank you, Sandra. Bye, guys.